And we're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear Adventuring Company. I am the GM, the Dire Bear GM, Captain Sack, a.k.a. Heath. Along with me, as always, we have Maddie playing Annalise, Jack playing Yenfear, Steve playing Gillet, Chief as Arneth, Ryan as Lucky Vince, and then Larry Dixon with us once again as Ash, the giant blue griffin. I am broadcasting live tonight from an undisclosed location somewhere in North Alabama, a.k.a. what is going to be my home studio as soon as I get everything finished out. But we're going to give it a test run tonight, so if you have any audio issues or, hey, Cap, you sound really weird tonight, that is the reason why. So we're going to jump right in, and we'll save announcements for the end. Congratulations, though, I will say, to last week's game winner, Captain Paragon, who got the game running with rifles. I have not had a chance to talk to him to see how he is enjoying it, but congratulations. We are 14 followers on Twitch away from our next art giveaway. So 14 people following us, free art. Holler at somebody. Holler at your boy, at your folk. Let them know. 14 followers from our 100 followers on Twitch, and we will do an art giveaway once again. With that being said, last time we met, the party had met Yenfear's mom. Spent the evening at the Silken Sash, where they were given a proposition of a sort from the owner, one Mr. Gafton Kane. He asked them
I am Gafton Fiducias.
He asked him to procure an item that had been previously procured by a group known as the Noose, a underground organization here in Lanceport and other places that are of a less savory type. They're usually prone to do jobs that would require less than legal means to accomplish. There was an item that was supposed to be secured, a circlet that would allow and enhance the wearer with more prowess, suave, persuasion, and just make them a more charismatic individual overall. They had reneged on the deal that they had with Gafton Kane, and in doing so, have drawn his ire. However, they are a powerful organization, so unfortunately he has not been able to go after them. That is where Yenfear and company enter in. Gafton has cajoled them into a contract which would lessen the debt that Yenfear's mother owes, but should they renege on the contract, he gets originally the party in its entirety for the sum of 10,000 gold pieces to be worked off at the Silken Sash. They being Maddie, redid the contract, saying, no, I think that it'll be just me. And of course, he redid the contract as negotiations go, saying no, it would be Annalise, Yenfear, and of course, Rose would stay within his debt. They were to seek out a man named Harker Demlin, who they had a short run-in with at the very beginning of entering Lanceport, as they were eyeballing Lucky and asking about his whereabouts. They were directed to a tavern in the dock wards, a sad, dilapidated building. As I so lovingly described it, it is sagged in the way that something that has been standing for a very long time is no longer ready to be standing. It is tired of standing. The boards on the outside have been washed out and grayed due to the salt spray and the ocean air and the moisture. When they originally met up on there were no lights on the inside of the tavern. The whole thing was black. They met up with Ash, who found them, and confessed to a minor discrepancy using his writ or his
Nope.
chit that from the
Nope.
Sky Warden? No.
Nope. We
Oh,
did
no,
not tell him
that hasn't
that.
happened yet.
Oh.
We didn't tell him that.
Ah.
We
My
were
apologies.
we were
For some reason,
forced to inform him as to the goings on in regards to Gafton Kane and Harkin Demlin.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. You shared with him the information about the contract and what have you. The party is now standing outside of the tavern. A single light is on, and it looks as though it's about to open for the day. Party, what are you going to do?
Weren't we
there was
about
a
to...
brawl at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
were about to have a
we were
little
heading
spar.
into the alleyway with Arnath and Lucky duking it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. An ill-timed fight, but a fun one.
An ill-timed fight, but a fun one. Yes, that's right. You were going to spar in the
If
alleyway.
now's not a good time for you, we could do it another time. I understand. You need
Do
a
it
bit
out
of
on the dock.
I need
Do it out in the middle of the docks. Is
No,
that
we're gonna do it
at
in
the
the
end
alley.
of a dock. Do it at
Getting
the end
literal
of the
cold
dock.
feet.
All right.
I'm not getting cold feet. Oh man.
Lucky, don't let me
You are
down.
Arnath.
I'm betting on you.
All right. You're in the alleyway, and it is Lucky and Arnath.
Yep.
This is
All right.
absolutely part of the plan in order to actually enter the bar.
Is it?
Yep.
It is now.
Last chance to back out.
It wasn't before. It is now.
So I just want to clarify. Are we using weapons or no?
Do you want to use weapons?
Are you using hand-to-hand or using weapons? Using weapons, or are you doing non-lethal?
Non-lethal because I don't
Non-lethal,
want
of
to kill.
course.
All right.
You're the only one. That
I need
doesn't
you
wanna
both
kill
to
me.
give me an initiative roll. We'll see who goes first in this. Tete-a-tete.
All right, we'll do hand to hand. All right, you're probably gonna win if we do it this way.
Are you
But
Unarmed
we'll see.
combat.
I wouldn't have one. I need to put myself on the map.
Yeah.
Put your dukes up.
Let's put myself right there.
Oops.
What is it? 21. Okay.
Pre-emergency room confidence.
All right. Lucky, you gonna give me a
Yep.
initiative roll?
Hold on, my thing is.
Oh,
It's like highlighting instead of.
Okay.
not your thing.
Arnath, I have a lot of gold on you, so you can't lose
Why did you bet gold on me?
because I want you to win.
What? There was
You're
no
gonna win.
gold
You'll be
betting.
fine. No gold
Okay.
betting.
Damn it!
No, it was.
Damn it.
I mean, I bet
It
gold
was
that
3
Arnath
truths.
would win.
3 truths.
I bet
And
all
some
my
gold.
winnings from this job.
There was no gold.
Gill
So we
it.
should put gold on this.
Put
Come on,
gold
guys,
on
let's totally
this.
put gold.
Annalise
If
put
you're-
something a little bit more important than gold, which is the honest truth.
So, again, the terms of the bet were that if your fighter won, you got 3 truths from the loser.
Oh right.
Like, so if Annalise, who bet on Lucky, if Lucky wins, then Annalise gets 3 truths from Yenfear. And if Arnath wins, then Yenfear gets 3 truths from Annalise. That was
How
the
about this,
How
bet.
did this
Arnath?
go wrong?
If I win, I get 3 truths from you, and if you win, you get 3 truths from me.
That may as well be
I
0
thought-
truths from you.
Rounding
Shade.
up.
I thought this was just going to be for fun.
Yeah,
It is
but,
for
you know,
fun.
it's-
This is
it's fun to
fun.
put- yeah, stakes are fun. It's just truths. I mean, you seem pretty truthful and honest.
Yes, you seem trustworthy. Join us.
All right.
You got nothing to lose.
This is gonna be
I
the worst flame out ever in D&D history.
All right.
You
So
know what?
what are
At
the
least,
terms? Is
at
it-
least there's no sandbagging here.
All right. Yes.
No
Yes.
magic, no weapons. Are we just doing
Yes.
No magic, no
fisticuffs?
weapons.
First to bloodied?
Fight like men.
First the
Okay,
bloody.
that's sexist.
First to you.
Yeah, and also weak as shit.
Sorry, hang on.
Fight
let
like
me
girls,
let
then
me
you'll kick ass.
first to bloodied and fight like honorable men.
Or honorable women.
Lucky, I am.
Annalise, as a very honorable woman,
Person.
you should be the
It's
not
probably not worth your
I don't
time
think
to
she's
even
that
try to
delicate
correct
that
him
she's
at this
going to be
point.
Really,
offended.
really, I'm not. Thank you, Yenfear, for catching on to that. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Arneth, you square up with Lucky, who fights like this.
Hey, you copied my fighting style.
So he's just gonna start Camella dancing now, then?
Yes, that's it. It's his tactic. You don't see it coming. You're so taken aback that he leaves an opening. He just right.
Called
crosses
breakdance fighting, okay?
All right.
Capoeira?
Capoeira?
Time for pose.
Two minds. We're of one mind. All right.
We are.
The way this is going to roll is it will be an attack roll, so D20 plus your strength, and I'm going to call you proficient in your fists, so D20 plus proficiency plus strength. As you are throwing them hands.
And I'm catching them hands.
You probably will be catching them hands quite
Hey, you
often.
don't know.
What's my strength?
Probably high.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, you might be like Aethlin with a high dexterity.
So it's 1d20 plus 6?
Proficiency modifier of 3 plus 3 strength, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, 1d20 plus 6.
Okay. Jeez. I'm nervous now.
You should be.
Don't be.
You'll be fine.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
You're lucky you're over there kind of bouncing on the balls of your feet, laughing, having a good time. Please do. When you watch Arneth, it is not a very pretty shot, but it is strong. He almost falls into the punch as it lands right against your cheek. You're going to take 1 point plus chief strength modifier, so you take a total of 4 points of damage. Just bang right in the face. Arnett stands up and recovers.
We're off to a good start.
Now, technically, since you took the attack action as a ranger, you can take a second attack.
Oh. All right.
Wow. No sandbagging, you say?
Nope.
Like, not anywhere near as hard as I got sandbagged against
Does
the
a
paladin.
12 hit your? Does a 12 hit
Does
your?
not.
So the second one, recovering from that wild shot, the second one is a little off kilter, and so it ends up just flying right over your shoulder. But he quickly draws back, and Arneth is at the ready. And that is your turn. All right.
All right, come at me.
I'm doing like
Bro.
a dance back and forth, and like, and then I pull back my left, and then I hit with my right.
Okay.
No, hold on.
That is not what you should roll.
That is
It's
not what I should be
1d20.
rolling.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh yeah,
You-
the numbers
your
are with you
strength-
tonight.
What is your strength?
If I said +0, would that upset you, Annalise?
It's 1d20 plus 3 for your attack roll then.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
So,
Ow!
stop
Are
it!
you still wearing your armor?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You land a perfect punch right here in the chest, right where one of the studs is on the studded leather armor that is being worn. there's a very soundy, meaty slap. Arneth looks down and looks back at you, and looks down, looks back at you.
Is your hand
No
okay?
damage, none whatsoever. Never even went through the armor.
I'm fine. I'm just trying to throw you off your game.
All right.
What?
Bring it on.
What?
Arneth confused. What?
Rope a dope. All right, your turn.
Oh, my turn.
Arneth's like, really? I
Oh
don't
my God! Stop!
Before you rolled, it's 4
Oh,
points
yeah.
of damage. Roll your second attack.
Okay. 19.
that hits.
This is fantastic.
Okay, so another 4 points of damage. So you've taken 8 points of damage this round. You watch Arneth this time with a little bit more finesse swing, and just as you drop your arm, twist the body the opposite direction and hits you right in the jaw with their offhand. Then you watch as they drop back. You kind of looking back and forth like, where the hell did that come from? And boom, they hit you again right in the solar plexus. Just it's a good shot.
Yeah, I do believe that is the noise he would have made.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We can stop whenever you want.
Are you starting to feel guilty?
You're quitting? You're giving up that easily? I barely got started.
Have you had enough?
You started?
Okay, it's your turn. Oh god.
Thinking about how annoying I should be.
You can just be yourself.
We're gonna get merchandise soon, and one of them is going to be either a t-shirt or like these, the little rubber bracelets that say WWLD. What would Lucky do? On the inside of it, I want to see if we can get printed lie, cheat, and steal any way to get by.
Honestly.
I love it.
All right, I'll keep it square for now.
Keep it honorable.
I'm gonna go what, and then I'm gonna punch. Ah!
That one hits.
All right, yay!
Ah!
Since
point behind
Lucky
you, go,
has
"What?"
no strength, though, you take 1 point of damage from the shot. It connected. It's a good shot. It hit you kind of right up in the cheek area. But you're an orc or half orc. You've got orc blood in you.
It's like,
That
hey,
didn't-
good job, you hit me.
Yeah, you're like,
You've got-
yeah,
you've got
awesome.
You've got orc blood in you, but mostly you have Lucky's blood on you.
Mhm, mhm.
All right.
the
You
way
do
it's
not
gonna
have
be
to
before we're
attack,
done.
so that would be yours. Your hands are not a packed weapon, so unfortunately.
I am gonna use my luck to make you re-roll that.
Oh, so you get to re-roll. You have to re-roll that die. That's another 4 points
That's
of
a good
damage.
call. Yeah.
Do I still get the second attack?
You do.
So how did that work out there for you,
Okay,
Lucky?
all right.
Does it 13
That's
hit
a
you?
No, it does not.
So the first one, you step up, plant your foot, and twist at your hips to sling that. But you watch as he dodges out of the way, and you automatically have to redirect your punch. You land it solidly into his rib cage, again causing you 4 points of damage. But it's not the solid knockout hit that you were originally going for. He was pretty quick and lucky on that one. You
I
bounce
would
back
love to-
again. You get your fists up, ready to go, as it is now.
I would love to knock him out, yeah.
No, we're not going to knockout. We're going to bloodied. I'm gonna.
For going to bloody, you've taken like what, 16 points now?
I'm not bloodied yet.
Doubt.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not. Bloodied is.
Is when you're at half hit points or lower.
Yeah.
I'm not at half hit
Hmm.
point.
Well,
I
at
feel like
this
I'm
rate.
gonna lose this. I had this weird inkling there right now.
Really?
20 minutes
Weird.
slow
Break
on that.
the nose.
So what are you gonna do? It's
Come
your
on,
turn.
Lucky. I believe in you.
I drop to one knee and then I reach into my bag and I pull out a ring, and I go, Arneth, I've been waiting for this moment. This is all a ruse. And then I punch you in the dick.
Oh, God. All right, I need you to roll me a deception check.
I'm just saying.
I need Arneth to roll me an opposed insight.
Okay.
Not the right kind of ring for there.
Oh my god.
I will let you have this attack at advantage.
Yes!
You know what? You gotta give him points for this. You at advantage. Roll it again.
Okay, true.
Fish for that 20.
Nope.
So, Arneth, you watch as he pulls back, and then all of a sudden he drops to one knee and holds something up, and he says, I've been waiting for this moment. You are so taken aback, and like, what's going on? You don't see the other hand punch you right in the dick. Just, and it's one of those where he doesn't hit and withdraw, he hits. You take
Hits
1
with
point of
fury.
damage, but you are a little nauseated.
I just got punched
So
in
for
the
the
crotch.
next round, you will have disadvantage on your attacks from being knocked.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh my god.
I absolutely believe this is happening.
This can only be.
This
From
only
us,
happens
honestly.
in DBAC, let's be honest.
Yeah.
This is the kind of antics you and your party can get into.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I
Just-
want to say something, but I'm not going to.
So I'm still on one knee holding the ring up with my fist firmly connected with your genitals.
Mm.
Sorry.
Oh, if only you knew.
Oh.
Go on!
If only you
Should
knew.
that be a perception check?
I mean, if you want.
Do
Give
it.
me a perception check, Lucky.
Ooh.
This is when we find out that Arneth is not as pure
I'm
as
gonna
innocent
use
as everybody thought he was.
Okay.
I can use luck because I'm so fucking curious. Damn it!
10.
No, you didn't. Congratulations, you've now successfully punched him in a genitalia.
Oh man.
Yes, within the hour. This is a showcase of what I can do as a DM. Apparently, apparently refereeing a fight between two of the party members to the buddy, this is one of the things I can do.
Alright, I'm gonna use my last point of luck to make you re-roll that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Arneth already has disadvantage.
Oh, true. Wait, you have disadvantage.
So roll again because you have disadvantage from being nauseated this round.
Give us another
So I'm
20.
rolling 3 times?
Well, the first one, okay.
He lucked
So
out.
what happened is that we'll say that first one is your roll because it should have been with disadvantage. So you rolled a 16. Then Lucky used his last point of luck to make you re-roll. So what we're going to have you do is roll 2 more times. So you'll roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
All right. So the 12 would be what you rolled. I know that misses, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's your first attack. Whiffs as you
I love
duck
how this
underneath.
shit-eating grin.
still watching
so
Arnett
scared.
kind of, that was not fair. And then I want you to go ahead and make your second attack. Go ahead and roll twice. You have disadvantage.
Yeah, I think he just forfeited with the dick punch.
Yes. Yes. Oh, mercy.
Still kind of reeling from it, you just kind of swing over his head, taking kind of a deep breath.
So is that a no? I'm like dodging.
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much
it's a no.
emphatically.
No, it's a
No.
Mario.
Not
said.
very fair.
All right. So
I mean, I think it's only fair if you punch him in the dick too.
at that, it
Yeah,
has to get to my
you-
dick first for them to.
You
punch
don't
me.
have that kind of precision.
All right. You
So-
go ahead
He
and
is
roll.
not-
It's your turn to attack. What are you going to do, Lucky?
He is not long man.
He is
Short,
not
short
long,
man.
long man.
Sure,
We're just like in an alleyway, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there like a mouse or something, like a rat?
No.
Give me a
Where
perception check.
Yeah, where are we going with this would be my response.
Not that you can see. Not in the middle of combat. You're still trying to duck and weave and dodge and not get smacked in the gob one more time. Unfortunately, you are unable to determine if there is a rat or mouse in this alleyway.
Damn it.
What you doing? If you're doing 1 point of damage per attack,
It'll take me like 15 rounds.
it's going to take you a long time to get there.
Yeah,
I
but
was
his
a
name
monk.
is Lucky.
Yeah, I'm super lucky, right?
No, that's your name.
He's out of luck now.
I got no more luck left, and it hasn't been going
Might be
very well for
get
me.
out of luck.
I'm just fucked. I'm just like, again. It's like a meaningless swing. Yeah.
It was the one of those where you just look at it happening, Annalise, and you go, "Oh my god, he's gonna break his wrist." He just kind of hits like
I
that.
like look around looking for something to help
Are
me.
you still just on your knees?
No, I was stood up now.
I
Oh,
assume
okay.
that he stood back up to his feet.
Honestly, some of these straight lines are so easy.
Not really
Arnett.
straight in this context, but
Do
Are
I
you
still have
still on your
disadvantage?
No, that ended.
Okay.
My AC is 15,
So that hits.
Well,
you take
what a
4
guy.
more points of damage.
and I am officially bloodied.
Well,
You watch it strike one last time.
Kill it. Yeah.
Bang once, bang twice. The second one you watch his head get rocked back, and when he looks down, you see blood coming from the nose and the lip where it's been busted wide open.
the old 1-2.
All right. I'll give you one last chance to forfeit.
That's
Are
adorable.
you sure?
He is officially bloodied, according to you guys. That was the end of the match. A clear winner.
I'm still upset about that dick punch.
Hey, we said no magic. We didn't say no proposing and dick punching.
That's as close as you get to
But
fair,
that's a
honestly.
normal-
Fair fight.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Are you saying that
Arnett,
it's unfair to
do
propose to you?
realize that he was punching you with his wrist broke the entire time.
Is that why my wrist hurts so much?
He literally was punching like this, and he doesn't know how to fight hand to hand, and it's
Can I slap him?
yes,
You
actually.
absolutely can.
Is it still just the 1D?
Still gonna be an attack roll, and it'll still be a one.
I'm not expecting that, so I would say
It's going to be an advantage because it will be a.
Surprise!
Because according to you, the combat has ended because you are now bleeding, and all of a sudden you feel the wide palm of just boost spittle flying off of the mouth.
Ow!
You take 4 more points of damage, and there's now a palm print on your face.
If you ever try that bullshit with me again, I will end you.
Do you want the ring?
I'll take the ring.
Fantastic.
Oh my god.
You want the ring? Snatch.
I'll mark that off.
Wow, wait till I tell him about Skywarden marriages.
All right.
Yeah, we take the 2 riders up to 8,000 feet and let them go. And if they're still hanging to each other at 1,000 feet, then they're officially married. If they're babbling incoherently a couple of 100 feet apart from each other, the marriage doesn't count.
Huh.
Well,
Worst
Hey then.
plan ever.
glad I'm not a Sky Warden.
Well,
There's
Yen
so
Fia,
many riders this way.
Well,
Yeah.
frankly, we lose a lot in the rehearsals.
Okay.
well, Yen Fia, I owe you 3 truths.
Yeah,
Ew.
Gillet, I owe you 3 truths.
I'll take that.
Or Arneth, either one. We didn't really specify who I made the bet with.
So you guys are standing in the alleyway at the docks.
So I don't want to go
The-
into this tavern personally, so
The
you
caw of
guys-
seagulls in the air, smell of salt spray and fisheries, and
and Lucky's pee.
a little bit of coppery smell from the blood that's still kind of.
Mhm.
Lingering.
I mean, for the half orc, it's just like lipstick. Ah, this is nice. Yeah, give me some more of that.
I should
Take it
probably
off his
go
face.
away from here because just got the shit kicked out of me, and also
Yeah.
I shouldn't be anywhere near Harker Demlin.
Why?
I mean, you got 3 truths. You gonna use one?
That is the most adorable look Steve is giving the camera right now.
Do tell. We're so intrigued.
All right.
You gotta say you're using one of my truths. I mean, I'm
Okay.
gonna write them. I pull out my parchment. I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna do 3 little circles, and every time I use the truth, I'm gonna scratch one off.
A true
Okay.
businessman.
So, what is your question?
What?
I'm very much like a genie, so be very careful.
Yes, I kind of assumed.
I'm mystical, powerful.
Specifically, what problems did you make for Harker Demlin and possibly for Lanceport in general to make you so wary of this place?
GG, Steve.
For Harker Demlin, I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's because the Noose are like the thieves guys in this town, and I did a lot of stealing when I was here. But I didn't do stealing for myself. I didn't keep the money. I gave it to people
Aw,
who don't have a lot of money.
Yeah,
that
true
you
Robin
owed the
Hood.
money to.
To what?
That you owed the money to, certainly.
No, I don't owe anyone the money.
Yeah.
Unless they catch me stealing from them, and then I just give them money that I stole from them back.
Lucky's the best in the
I'll
world
tell you
at
what.
the same time.
I'll pay you back out of my own pocket from the money I just stole from you. You're welcome.
Usually how
What
it
a
works.
guy. What a guy. What a close approximation of a guy.
Happy?
For now.
It's probably the most truth I've ever said in a whole year.
Wait.
But should I believe that?
Aha!
I'm
You
a
can
man
always
of my
give an
word.
insight check.
True, yeah.
Yeah. I need to go, oh, should you believe that? Is that another one of your questions? You
You can always
guys
give an insight check if you're suspicious.
coming closer.
No,
and
I'm
closer.
good.
Okay.
As I said, one day the train will be invented, and it's coming closer and closer to that moment.
All right. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna head back to the inn or the brothel, I guess.
The Soakin' Sash?
If you guys want to go in here.
Lucky,
Mhm.
you're going to want to lay low.
I know how to do that.
Because if the guard catches you, or the Sky Wardens catch you, or Harker Demlin gets any sort of wind of what you've done, or that you're officially here, it will spell
I think-
trouble.
He already kind of has wind though, because he came up to you. Remember?
Yeah.
But he has suspicions, not concrete facts.
True.
So,
I'm just gonna go to the inn. I'm gonna take a nice nap. If you want to come
And-
with me, Arneth. I mean, I know I did a big number on you too.
and do try not to.
He's like one cut on his finger.
We can consummate our marriage.
Oh,
I-
Lord.
Wow.
Do try not to make any deals with Gafton Kane.
What if they're good deals?
That
No,
means he definitely will.
Lucky, if you make the fact that I have put my life on the line for yours because of this a moot point, I am going to kill you myself.
What if
And
it
to be
has
fair, she has done that multiple times for you already.
That is kind of sexy.
Yeah, but not when she's actually had a choice.
Mm.
She made the choice to change the contract.
So, you're heading back to the Silken Sash then.
Yep, I am not going with him.
Uh,
Sounds really
you want me
nice.
to carry you over the threshold?
What?
Lucky you'd collapse underneath Arneth.
I bet I could carry Arneth.
If the way
You
you
can try
punched
right
is
now.
any sort of
All right.
indication, I don't
Here,
think so.
Arneth, I'm going to try and pick you up, and I'm going to try and pick up Arneth.
All right.
Strength check.
This can only
You do
end.
not succeed in picking up
He
Arnett.
gets like one arm around
It's
his
like watching
thigh,
my
like-
10-year-old walk up to me and wrap his arms, which don't go all the way around me. And then he watches as Lucky walks around, wraps his arms around Arnett and goes, "Gah! Did I move you an inch? A little bit? Like, did your feet come up?
You can try again if you like. I'll
Is
help
there an
you.
opposite of a
I
suplex?
think I got you off the ground.
Opposite of a suplex.
There's a duplex, but it takes two.
Duplex.
I definitely got you off the ground. I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh yeah, you win.
I sit up on my toes.
See?
She could do push-ups with individual toes. Don't mess
You
with
watch as Arnett
Wow.
kind of leaps in the air just a little bit while Lucky picks him up. Just to make him feel good about
Lucky, you're
himself.
so strong.
Thanks.
All right.
It's a shame you lost.
Lucky, alternatively, why
Hey.
don't you just cast invisibility on yourself?
I let him win. I don't know. That's a waste of magic.
Yes, but see, I'd rather have you with us so that you can tell us if Hawker Demlin is
I just got the shit kicked out of me. If I get sane at all,
invisibility, bitch.
I'm
It
not
only
counting that
lasts
as
like
one
an
of the
hour.
truths.
We're not going to be in here that long.
Can I cast invisibility on him?
that's revenge.
I'm tired of this.
Why
That's
don't
a
you just give him
throwback.
a drink from your horn?
Is that
Oh,
a
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could repeat the open your throat and don't choke.
Don't
Open your
choke.
throat. And don't choke.
Okay.
Yes.
Here at
Okay.
Dire Bear, we
This
pride
time.
ourselves on making sure that party members don't die by choking.
Mm-hmm.
Giving clear instructions to
Lucky, you actually
open
get
your
15
throat
HP back, by
and
the way,
don't
as she
choke.
hands
I did
it to
not
you.
actually say that line.
So you got 15 hit points back.
All right. Well, okay, fine. And then you cast invisibility on me?
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Now,
fine.
I
I'll come
do-
with you guys then.
Lucky, if at any time you think that Hawker Demlin is playing us falsely, I need you to tap Yinfie's shoulder once. Do not play tricks. This is serious.
Tap him on the butt.
Do not tap
I
him on the
promise
butt.
I won't.
Just tap him on the shoulder once if Hawker Demlin is playing us falsely.
Oh, you
All
can see
right.
me nod. Yes.
Very good.
All right.
Okay, and then
You see me
Annalise.
nod.
Annalise is going to lead the way in, but holding the door open for Yinfir, as if Yinfir is the important one in the party.
All right.
As
You
As
make
if.
your way. Yes.
Wait a minute. There's a whole reason I wanted to go into that alleyway that I just remembered. I wanted to disguise myself.
But you were supposed to be doing that while we were fighting, yeah?
We got
I was
distracted.
watching you guys fight.
We got distracted.
I'm just gonna
Taking a bite of the lower lip as he watches.
roll for carousal. Okay, disguise.
That would be
self.
opposing
I'm going to
charisma
disguise
checks, but-
That
myself,
would. That would be.
if I may,
Yeah.
Mr. DM. And
make it
I'm going
happen.
to make myself look like
Another half orc.
This time with an
a
iPad.
a really short half orc. I
That would just be the half.
I don't know,
Make
just like a
yourself look
really like
Beyonce.
Beyonce. I make myself look like Beyonce. Okay.
There's no one that could look like Beyonce but
I
Beyonce.
know.
Anyways, on point.
I make myself look like really just a common thief, dude. Just
Okay,
like
so
You
you
look
look
like
like
Lucky.
So,
yeah. No.
Okay, so you can change
I'm
your,
no common thief.
you can change your physical appearance. Unless you have a change of clothes or something else with you, you wouldn't really have your outfit changed. You would still be brightly colored.
just take off some of those layers.
Want to trade costumes, Yenfear?
Oh boy. We've
You
gone
know-
from dick punching to stripping.
It says including your clothing, armor, weapons,
Oh.
and other belongings.
Okay. Then give me a... Okay, so it's going to be D20 plus proficiency, and we'll do... I'll actually use a perform. I'd like for you to use... Actually, do you have perform? As a skill?
I do.
Shit, as a bard.
You never know. Okay, then give me a perform check. Okay, yeah. You take a few moments to disguise yourself, making yourself look a bit different, pulling your hair up. In the kit, there is powder, there's cream, all this other stuff to make you appear differently.
Hamburglar.
So while Yenfir's doing that, they're like taking all their clothes off and like changing and
Turning the coat inside out, maybe.
Can I do
draping something else.
Yenfir's hair?
Sure.
Do my hair.
so would you say their
Shave
stuff
it off.
is not exactly on their persons?
Oh Jesus! Are
You
you
knew it was
already?
coming.
Are
Yeah,
you
son of a bitch.
looking to take something from them?
Well, I'm invisible. I mean,
Give me a sleight of hand
It's
check,
true.
but you get to
Oh
give it to me. Add it
My
with
God.
disadvantage.
with disadvantage, I'm invisible.
We
Yes.
expect it.
No, here's the reason why. You are invisible. The items that are on you currently are invisible. Anything that you take would not be invisible. So they would look over to see a floating sash in the air. Or
Waving
Coin
like it
purse.
just don't care.
things like that.
I'm not going for money. I'm just random shit.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. All right, so
Yeah.
12. Okay. Rolling a 12, you rifle through and find, while they are milling about and making the disguise, you find a small satchel.
Ooh.
Satchel!
As you open it up and look inside, you find strings and picks and other items used for like restringing the musical instruments. You find a couple of reeds used for the woodwind instruments. A piece of leather that's folded and it has holes punched in it, used for restringing like the head of a drum. It's got eye rivets made into the leather piece. Things like that.
All right.
So you have a kit for restringing and retuning and for instruments,
Seeing that becomes visible, I put it like under my coat and see if that makes
which will then become invisible because it is within the clothing.
Can I check to see if I notice?
Give me a perception check, please. You watch as your bag of strings and the picks and reeds and all that other stuff starts to gently float into the air and then move over and quickly disappear from sight.
Really?
You saw where it
stole-
happened.
You stole my strings?
Oh.
Keep it. You asshole.
I like
Remember that
slowly
invisibility is a
tiptoe around.
concentration spell.
What's that?
Invisibility is a concentration spell.
Yeah, but it would be a waste to drop it now.
Of course. I'm gonna like tiptoe around to the other side and try to like sneak around.
All right.
And then I'm
You
gonna be like,
finished-
what? What are you talking about?
You finish getting the disguise ready. You no longer appear as Yenfir. Your clothes the colors have been muted thanks to other clothing that you happen to have in your pack. You make your way to the front of the tavern, the Shadow Dwell, and you see that there are now more lights on than what there were before. You enter into the small building. It's the front area where the tap room, where all of the tables are, the benches. You see several long benches, a couple of round tables. There is a total of there's seating room for maybe 30 or 40 people in here. The square itself is about The tap room's about 20 feet by 20 feet. There's a bar to the eastern side. When you walk in, it would be to your right. You see another room behind it. Against the far wall, just opposite of where you walk in, you see a staircase that seems to go up. The whole place just seems kind of drab, kind of. It may have been something at one time, but now it just seems to be quiet and just sad. Really, the best word to describe it is this shabby, sad place. There are currently about 4 patrons. 2 of them sitting together at a table, one on the end of the bench that's nearest to you all, and there's one opposite of him on the other side of the bench. And you see a barkeep, a rotund Kamat. He has brown fur that in one ear that looks like it's been chewed on, mostly gone. Short whiskers. He has his paws and hands are big, as though he were not always big around, but more muscular and has let himself go. When you enter in, he looks up from the bar where he's idly cleaning a set of mismatched glasses, and he says, "Welcome to the Shadow Dwell. How may I serve you today?"
Well, I'd like a shadow. You've got to have a drink called a shadow.
I've got ale, wine, maybe mead, mostly ale and wine. What do you want?
Mix 3 of those, and I'll take that.
You want me to mix ale and wine together in 3 different cups? Give them to you?
That sounds disgusting.
Very weird morning.
Okay. You see as he brings up, at first he's like looking at what glass to use. He finally decides on a mug and he sets it down. He pours in exactly what you asked, mixing them together.
Yep, you asked for it.
I'm going to take them and warm them by the nearest fire.
Okay.
All right, so yeah,
You
he
do
ends
it.
up pouring 3 of those. As you go to take him, he holds up his finger and he says, "That'll be 4 silver."
I pay.
All right, he takes the money. Make sure you mark off the 4 silver. You take your cup of ale, Aline,
Whale.
whale,
Whale.
and you go to the fireplace, which is underneath, kind of over by the staircase, and you can see that it's not burning. It's low burning right now.
I'm gonna follow Gillet and just kind of lean over him and say, "Please don't drink that."
I don't want to have to cure your poison after.
It's an interesting mix. If you do decide to drink one, it is a pale ale mixed with a white wine.
It's
a
a
dry white wine.
Oh,
Of course it is.
God.
Don't do it.
You really feel
I'm
it in the back
talking-
of your throat, you know.
I'm talking. It is so dry,
How
That,
dry
like-
is it?
moisture around it evaporates. That's how dry it is.
Love yourself, Gillet.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. All right. He looks to the rest of you expectantly.
Who's
Pale
betting
ale.
on him drinking it? Yeah.
Well,
I'm actively trying to convince him not to do it.
What are the rest of you doing? You've walked into this establishment.
Can I be that bitch? Why are we here again?
we're
You
here.
know I have the memory of a goldfish.
We're
Yes,
here
Jack.
because this is where we were told that Devram,
Harker
Harker
Demlin.
Demlin. I got
Devram
Destiny
Cage
2 on the mind. I'm
Destiny.
so sorry.
Devram Cage.
Okay.
We're here for Harker Demlin. And he's the leader of the Noose. So
Yes.
we need to figure out how to talk our way into getting a meeting with the leader of the Noose. Which is why we brought you, because you're the king of persuasion.
Wow. Thank you for the confidence.
I beg to differ.
I'm pretty sure Jack has more ranks in persuasion than you do.
I don't think so. What do you got? You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
What is it?
For persuasion?
Yeah.
Perspiration.
Perspiration? I've got like a 100.
Always
Sweat it.
sweaty.
Jack is
Always
super sweaty.
Yeah, seriously.
All the time.
All the time.
It's all good. Don't sweat it.
Especially after that fight.
Yep.
It was a lot like a fight.
Persuasion is 9.
Oh, you beat me by 1.
Haha. Does this creature look friendly? Or does he
Come
look
on.
like he would kick my ass
The
at
answer
the
is always
slightest
yes.
provocation?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
That answer would be really easy for Lucky.
He looks like a wary individual who is suspicious of newcomers. He doesn't look like he's ready to start a fight at the drop of a hat, but he does look like he's ready to defend himself should an altercation break out.
Okay. So I'm just gonna come up and say, we're here to see Harker Demlin. Is he here?
He leans back from the bar. He was originally kind of leaning across it, like, when you mention that, he kind of leans back a bit. And he says, who wants to know? Who is asking?
Sweats loudly. Just
What
an
is
old
your
friend.
business?
Jim Fear. Jim Fear.
Jin? Did you say Genfear?
Read the chat.
The DM, Jim
Chat.
Fear. All right.
Oh shit. Okay. Nix that. That was out of character.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Aethlin. Dontar.
He looks at you for a moment and he goes, and what business do you seek with the Harker Demlin?
Sweats even louder.
Hang on, Jack. I got you.
Help!
Because that's what friends are for.
Excuse me, I'm getting some breaking news.
This is him. We have a...
It's just have a contract payment.
payment for a contract that you have taken with him, or that...
Mhm.
He goes, one moment. And he pours 2 mugs of ale and puts them in front of both of you. And he says, wait here. I will return in a moment. And he turns and leaves through the back room.
That's a very polite blow off.
You
I'll
wait.
be right back. Just gotta go to the bathroom. Never comes back.
I've got to go for some milk, and never comes back.
Uh-huh.
He's gone for probably maybe like 5 minutes or so. You see when he comes back in, his yellow eyes kind of regard you, and he says, is it just the 2 of you, or is it all of you? Motioning to Arneth and Gillett, of course.
All of us.
Trying to wrestle this disgusting mixture of alcohols out of Gillett's hand.
All of us.
The look of regret on your face when you said that, by the way, that was...
All of us.
So sweaty, dude.
He says, come with me, bring your drinks. And he goes to the door, to the archway, marking the entrance to the other room, and he kind of stands there for a second and motions you all to follow him.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. You are led into the kitchen area of the establishment. It's actually much larger than what you thought it would have been. There's a large walk-in pantry. This is where he turns whenever you walk in. He turns left and heads towards the pantry. There at the pantry, you see a set of double doors, and when he gets there, he kind of swings them open, and you see a staircase leading down into a dimly lit area. You can see some light kind of filtering up through the staircase. Down there, he is waiting for you. Good luck. And he kind of gives you a pat on the back as he turns. And heads back to the front of the bar.
Okay. Are we alone now?
It is just you and... Did all of you go? Okay.
And at least at the very least.
It is all of you together in this area looking at this set of double doors that leads down.
Okay. Okay. I didn't think that was going to work at all. But just keep your eyes open. Where's Lucky?
Probably right behind us, and if he's smart, keeping his mouth shut.
I spank him on the butt a little.
Oh no.
There he is. Okay. I'm going to open the doors and kind of take point.
All right. Hang on just 1 second, and I will move everybody over.
I can't wait to die.
This is how it happens.
This is my moment.
This is why you don't play Rogue, Jack. You are way too nervous.
Oh my god. You know what? I could spin that rogue on its head by just being a rogue with severe anxiety.
All right. Who is leading the charge down the staircase?
Me.
The charge. Oh my god.
Is Ash with us? Or
No.
No.
Oh no.
okay.
No.
Nothing to do with that shit.
Nope.
He kind of thought that this would go badly, and he left.
Probably right.
He's like, y'all are on your own.
Ash
You
is
guys
a
got
wise
this.
griffin.
No, I mean, he's lighthearted, but he's big on responsibility and realizes that you guys need to learn some.
All right. Everybody let me know that if they can see their character and any other characters around.
Oh,
I can see.
I love you guys.
I see all.
I can't see a damn thing on this screen, but
That's
That's fine
true
by me.
because
I'm not there. But
You're
I
not
can see
there.
it on Twitch.
you can.
Well, you can see as much as
Ooh.
I can see on Twitch.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Yeah.
Ladies and
Cheater
gentlemen,
pumpkin
welcome
eater.
to Dynamic Lighting with Roll20.
Yay.
This is
I
me
see.
playing around with dynamic lighting because it's fun.
It's one of
Like
the
sweat
many,
noodles.
one of the really great features of Roll20.
It is. Somebody give a love and a hashtag out.
That's a fact.
Give a hashtag some love to Roll20 for their dynamic lighting. All right. The staircase ends at about 20 feet down to a stone floor. You can see some light in the corners there pouring their way out. You hear the sounds of talking coming from the pathway ahead, or the rooms ahead of you. All right. Who is leading this charge?
Me, I'm in the front.
Okay.
I guess I'm just gonna move here.
Click on your token and move it just like you would normally. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You have dark vision because you is it.
Yeah, I'm great.
Let's see. What is your dark vision? 60 feet?
I believe so. Let me double check.
You should be able to see more now. Oh,
Of
wait.
course, I deleted it off of my.
No, that's okay.
I'm a fool.
I got that backwards. Gillett,
Yes.
how far out can you see, and does it look dim? Actually, I think I know what I did wrong. Hang on.
20, 25.
Can you guys hear my keyboard clicking?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure with this mic.
There. Now you should be
Yeah,
able
that's a lot better.
That's what I was meant to do. Sorry, got that backwards.
Cool.
That was backwards. Okay, and I believe that everybody dark vision with the exception of Annalise.
Much better. I see all real this time.
Your third
Well,
eye is like fully open.
Yeah,
Well secluded.
All right.
I was
Y'all.
squinting before.
Moving into the room, you see 4 individuals. You see a tall, although they're seated, what you can see, he is thin. He has pale skin, pointed ears, and is very elven looking. His fingernails are painted black, and his teeth are unkempt and crooked. When he smiles at you, you can see that they are not well cared for.
Can we
Cowboy.
smell them when he smiles at us?
Next to him, you see what appears to be a woman of some sort. Her skin has almost a bluish hue to it. And she stands there and she looks at you. You can see her hair is shaved completely off. And there are a myriad of tattoos all over her skin. Different images, almost iconic type of iconry. Anyways, lots of, like a tapestry of some sort of faith or belief that is all over her skin, with the exception of around her face. The other 2 people you see a dwarf with a very close cropped beard, black. He has black hair. Sitting on the table in front of him is a wildly foppish hat, like a musketeer's hat, with the one side turned up and a big feather in it. It's a black feather, and it looks very nicely taken care of. The last person you see is a human. Nondescript, just kind of plain looking. Scruff of a beard. Face is kind of gaunt. He's not wearing any armor, or he doesn't appear to be carrying any weapons either. He seems to be just sitting there, wearing just kind of plain clothing. When
Is
you
that
walk in,
the fellow who asked for Lucky in the first place when we first arrived?
the dwarf was the one that asked.
Oh,
for him.
yes, of course. Sorry.
As you're sitting there watching, who all moved into that area?
I did.
All right. From behind you, you hear the sound of footfalls on the steps. Another human, bald, wearing nice clothing, but you can tell that the clothing is actually like armor, so it's a very nicely, intricately done armor. He wears clasped to the edges of the collar a long cloak. He has no hat. He has bald hair, and he has a trimmed goatee that's a little on the lengthy side. He looks at you all and says, "Oh, hello." From the chair, the dwarf says, "I heard you were looking for me."
That's a seductive voice.
Who was it comes call on Harker Demlin?
I'm third person. I'm that good.
He pushes himself away from the table and stands up and walks over to you, Yenfir.
It's like Terry Crews.
Not
Offers his
sweating
hand.
profusely.
Offers his hand.
How tall is he?
He's a dwarf, so he's a little under 5, or right around the 5 foot, a little under the 5 foot mark.
Okay. Just wondering. I take his hand.
He gives you a firm grip, not one of those where it's like, I'm stronger than you and I'm going to prove it by crushing your hand, but it's just a firm handshake. From behind him, you hear the man say, "My name's Liston Aldrich, a second in command here. Pleasure to meet you." And he offers his hand as well.
I'll take his hand too.
I'll
As
be
you
your
do so,
murderer today.
he slides past you to stand next to Harker. The other 3 don't seem to move. Harker asks you once again, "So, what was it that I can do for you? What contract is it that you feel that you need payment for?"
Oh my god.
Out of character. I feel like we should have talked.
I feel like we
While
should
we
have
were
talked
cutting.
too. Sweats loudly.
Yeah, we should have made some sort of plan.
This
Yeah.
is always your plan.
Wing it.
Duking it out in an alley.
So, the contract, we're seeking payment for the circlet.
He kind of looks at Liston for a moment and goes, "Don't know what you're talking about. What circlet would that be?"
Oh, just like,
Oh my god.
just like,
You
the
know.
one he stole. The one that you were charged with acquiring for somebody else.
Liston, do you happen to recall any contract that we cover something? Liston looks at him and says, "Sam, I can't recall. Sorry." There is a smattering of chuckles from behind you at the table.
Just a second. Looking at my sheet.
Nothing to see here. Hey, have you ever met my friend Vince?
Throws him under the bus completely.
Hey, when you need
Under
a
the
distraction.
bus, back right up over him too.
And Lace is
Have we
just-
perhaps significantly increased the pay for acquiring of this, and it's just a shame that they haven't gotten?
Well, my friend, I assure you that, well, I do try to be an honest man, that had I known anything about the circlet of which you are mentioning, I would tell you about it.
Oh. Never mentioned the term circlet, so
Yeah, he said
No,
circlet.
we did.
how about that?
Annalise is going to step forward.
I thought Yenfir mentioned the circlet.
Yenfir did
Yeah.
mention the
Okay.
circlet.
It's unfair.
Regardless, Annalise is going to step forward. Mr. Demlin, it's good to see you again.
No, I believe we had a brief encounter. in the market district, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, in regards to one Lucky.
Yes.
Yes, well,
A young man of some renown. I remember him. Nice fella.
you said
Skilled.
you wanted to speak with him.
Oh, yes.
For what purpose?
You see the smile that he's been wearing this whole time kind of drop for a second. He goes, a purpose that has to do with he and I, not you and me.
Well, you see, I know of his whereabouts and I can take you directly to him. However, I can't do such a thing for free.
Well, now you have my attention.
Mm-hmm. And you have a circlet that we've been contracted to retrieve.
You're telling me that all it will cost me to get my hands on that thieving little son of a bitch is the circlet?
Yeah. That's it.
What did he do exactly?
As he said, Athan, it is a business between him and Lucky.
You should listen to your friend here. She's a smart one.
Just curious.
Oh, of course, but in this line of business, curiosity kills the cat, and satisfaction doesn't bring it back.
You ever need a job, line of business that might suit you better? There might be an opening here in my organization for you. Grip!
Might
And you see the...
might have to take you up on that. But for now, the circlet, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, of course. Grip, he calls over his shoulder, and the human that was sitting there in just kind of the plain clothes, you see him stand up. He kind of gives you the salute. He takes a pack out of his side, and you see him lift the circlet, and then as he lets it go, it floats over to you. A little hand of, arcane magic carries it over, and Harker takes it. This circlet here.
Is that the one that matches the description? Player to DM?
Give me a perception check. It does indeed match the description.
That would be the one.
He hands it to you. He has his hand on it. And he goes, where is he at?
I left him tied up at the silken sash.
Let me guess. That no good son of a bitch known as Mr. Gafton Kane sent you here, huh?
I'm not at liberty to divulge my employer. You'd understand. This line of work.
You hear,
Gets innocent people killed.
True enough. You hear, he hands it to you and he says, Razor, line, go fetch my property. You see the elf unfold himself from the chair. Again, long and lithe. Skin is sallowy white, almost yellowish tinge to it. He makes his way by you, and wafting off of him is the smell of like, there's a heady flower that I'm thinking of right now. I can't think of it, but it smells like a heady flower, like not sweet, but almost cloying, almost filling your nostrils with it.
So lilacs?
Think more like marigolds.
Okay.
Yep, more like marigolds, like a lot of marigold on him. He walks by, like a marigold and a hint of saffron. It's kind of a very interesting mix. As he walks by, and then following behind him, you see standing up the lady with the bald head, and as you watch as she stands, you realize how imposing of a figure she is. She's actually kind of built out. She has, again, no hair. The tattoos covering her, you can see they drop below the leather jerkin that she's wearing. She carries no other weapon on her but a basket-hilted sword. And she walks towards you. She kind of nods and then makes her way up the stairs behind the one known as the Line. Well, now that you're here, why don't you go ahead and have a seat, and we'll wait for them to return with my newfound property.
We're on a bit of a time crunch.
Yes, well, I'd hate for you to run off and leave me bereft of 2 pieces of property, either my circlet or that thieving son of a bitch. So, I insist that you have a seat.
How many people are left in the room?
There's Liston, Harker, and the one that he called the Grip.
So there's 3.
There's 3.
Now, see, I've been very forthright with you, in so much as protecting innocence as part of my code, given you the information you wanted, been very truthful with you. Came to you as soon as I found out where that slimy son of a bitch had been. Made sure I left him in a place where you would easily be able to find him. And you're going to detain me?
Just until we return the property, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. I mean, you've got a drink in hand.
You don't trust me?
Honey, I don't know you.
I'm offended. You don't trust a member of the Church of Castalia.
He kind of dips his chin down. Oh, goddamn. I don't know you. I know the church, and I know what they stand for. And I'm sure that you are an upright citizen of the church. But you got to see it from my point of view. Here you've come waltzing down into my place of business, asking about an item that I had a contract with another individual. I ask you to return a piece of property that is rightfully mine, and I hand over a piece of property that currently belongs to me without receiving the piece of property with which I've traded for. I don't know you. You can understand that, yes, given the circumstances, I don't trust you, Church of Castalia or not. I promise you, as long as that piece of property is returned to me, I'll let you all go unharmed. You have my word as a leader of the Noose and an honorable man, dwarf.
Dwarves are still men.
He kind of picks himself up a little bit. Did you hear that, Liston? That I did, sir. That I did. You're an honorable man.
Annalise is going to look at Yennefer, look at Gillet, look at Arneth, and sit down.
Oh.
All right.
And then I'm actually going to send a DM to Jack real quick.
Okay.
Whispering to the other members. Lucky, you're muted, first of all.
Make sure to put a slash before their name.
I'm doing it over Discord, so
We're
Lucky.
doing it in
No
Discord, so
mistakes.
that's how you do it.
You watch
God.
as the Razor and the Line leave. What are you doing? You've heard the whole conversation that you are tied up at the Silken Sash. When you know you are clearly not, because here you stand.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm going to send something to... Sorry, continue. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm still thinking. I think I'm gonna. Who has the circlet now?
Me.
Annalise.
Fuck. And you're like right in the thick of it. I'm gonna stay here right here.
You gonna stay right there in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay. Five minutes pass. You all enjoy your drink. It's not the best. It's not the worst ale you've ever had. Where are you from, then? There's not much in the way of the Church of Castalia here in Lanceport. There's a few individuals who follow that particular order, but you seem out of place.
I'm here hunting beasts.
There's a lot of those. Just make sure you don't cross my man upstairs. He's a good man.
I hunt beasts that have fallen to their more primal urges.
Well, that's good. Protecting people from the evils that lurk in shadow. Sounds interesting.
Well,
Y'all fancy a game of cards? Or dice? I'm even so fair as I'll let you use your own.
Well, as nice as that sounds, I think we should get this sorted.
Just waiting for my people to return with that fella.
Well, here's the thing about him. He's pretty slippery, if you haven't noticed. So
I do.
I doubt that he would still be there or in his original spot if they arrive. And knowing him, I think I can track him down a lot faster.
Well, all right. Then how about we make an agreement? I'll hold on to this circlet. You bring him to me. We'll make a fair trade. How does that sound?
Technically, the trade's already been concluded. I only promised information.
Well,
I didn't promise to
considering
deliver
you're-
him. I promised information.
Oh, sure.
Okay, where the fuck is Steve's fucking... Right, you...
But here we are in my establishment. And I believe that I will have him here before I let you go. Be careful not to test my patience. I've run a man through for less.
Annalise is sitting here.
About 10 minutes have passed now.
She's gonna
You
lean
see-
back in her chair,
Mm-hmm.
glance at Aethlin, and then glance over her shoulder at Gillet. Give a smirk and a nod. I'm sorry, Mr. Demlin, but I really must insist that we leave, and if you continue to try and stop us, well... I can't promise that the church will be very forgiving.
Are you saying that you're going to leave without handing over that fella? Then I'm going to insist that you leave that circlet here before you go. Try to take it. And I'm pretty sure the Church of Castalia will be none too pleased with what happens. But I'm sure they'll understand my side of it when I explain that you try to run off with my goods.
Run off with goods that have already been traded for in a very fair deal. I said I gave you the location. Did not say I would deliver
Why?
them to you.
Because Captain Kane told you that that circlet was here and that he made a good deal with us? No, that lying sack of crap.
I didn't say who my employer was. You're making some pretty heavy accusations.
It doesn't take a whole lot to see that you're not here on behalf of the behalf of the Grand Acadium.
No. No.
So, are we going to quit this mummer's farce? Are you going to give me my man, or am I going to have to just kill you here and go there and kill all of them until I get what I want. You see Liston put a hand out. Now, sir, calm down.
Can I roll a sleight of hand check to hand the circlet back to Gillet?
You can.
Since it would have been in her hand and her hands are in her lap, it's just a subtle movement to put it behind her for Gillet to take.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. When you're not trained in shit like sleight of hand, you get good rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
He's gonna nat 20 on this perception check to see this.
Give me just 1 second here.
He's gonna nat 20 and I'm gonna cry.
We're just gonna get just one above.
You mean like that day that I did that to Lucky? Because he kept trying to pickpocket me and I just kept rolling one above his check?
Yeah.
Ooh,
He nat 20, didn't he?
no.
Did he critically fail?
No.
Damn it.
Harker Demlin never takes his eyes off of your face. But you watch as Liston
Fuck. Damn it.
looks down at your hand, looks at you dead in the eye, and then just smirks. And leans back in his chair.
Are you sweating right now? Because I'm sweating a lot. It's very wet under this coat.
You know, sir, it's quite possible that he has slipped their grip. I know that we've tried to chase him down a few times, and he's always seemed to have escaped at the last moment. I tell you what, why don't we make a deal? I'm sure that Gafton Kane has given you a deal. Let's give you one as well.
What could go wrong with that?
Now
Come
I'm
on, who
curious as to
gets?
who the real leader of the noose is.
We're like,
What?
How about this, sir? Why don't we put them to a job? That upstart, Gafton Kane, feels that he can do the job of the noose and his own, trying to play both sides. Why don't we take care of him, once and for all? We'll put them to the task, and for the price of the circlet. You see Harker kind of lean forward, and he goes, "Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't care if you kill him. Get him out of town. Make him leave. Force him out of his position. Turning over the silken sash to me. Sounds good that you run the sash. Why don't we turn it over to me instead? Your name is a bit too well known here, and I'm, of course, practically a nobody. Can pass your flamboyant style. Are you saying that no? I'm just merely suggesting that it would probably be good to go with someone who doesn't have a name for themselves.
if I may, I think I know just the person that can take over the Silken Sash.
I'm interested.
Won't cause you any trouble at all.
Will they report directly to me?
Sure.
I would be the owner, let's say, but they would be the acting party member. Who do you propose?
A friend.
Well, who knows a brothel better than one of the working girls? They know what they need, they know what to charge. Nobody gets underpaid, nobody gets unfair cuts. You get a fair
This is
share of
not
the
a bad
money,
idea.
everything's run smoothly.
This is not a bad idea, sir. What do you say? Well, we would get all the profit from it. Of course, paying them up front. Be a good way to twist and get favors that we don't care. Indeed it is so. What do you say? I like it. This idea has merit. Get rid of him. I'll send my man here. I'll send the grip with you. You can get rid of him. You see the man in plain clothes, kind of the disheveled brown hair. He stands up, kind of straightens himself out. And as he does so, you see him kind of pass a hand. And within just a matter of seconds, his outfit, his face, and everything looks clean. He looks almost like a noble standing there.
Nice. Do we have a deal then?
Let's get in writing. Yeah, I like this idea.
Okay. I'm going to write the contract.
Of course, you'll have a chance to look it over.
Of course.
We're not looking
I
to
like-
screw you out of anything.
No, I'm sure you're not. All right. Make it happen.
Okay, so I take my parchment up and I take a pen and I assure him that unlike other people, it won't be magically binding. It will just be a regular contract.
And if you fail to extract Gafton Kane from this location, known as Lanceport, you'll consider this null and void, and you'll be in breach of contract.
I
Is
won't
that
fail.
correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna shimmy up to like right here.
Okay. All right. Still the matter of that one particular individual. What should we do about that?
Is he that much of a troublemaker?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean-
he is.
He seems pretty inconsequential compared to Gafton.
Are you familiar with the term the principle of the matter?
When it comes to him, absolutely.
See, you understand what I'm talking about. It's the
However-
principle of the matter.
However, he's harmless. What did he do? Sleep with your wife?
No.
Did he break your heart?
No.
Did he leave you on read?
Can't go that
Okay.
way. Did he
Um,
offer you a ring and punch you in the dick?
I never repeat the same trick.
On the same person.
Okay.
All right. So, what are you giving him if you are in breach of contract?
Well, I mean, what about Lucky? He could be the
You don't have Lucky with you.
no, but I know where to find him.
You've said that.
That's-
My fellows still haven't returned.
You think it's going to be that easy to retrieve something from Gafton Kane's house? Give your men a little credit. They're probably trying to do this in the least obtrusive way possible. It takes time. I can't believe I'm doing this for you, Ryan.
I did nothing wrong.
I'm innocent. I've
Not
never done
according to
anything.
this guy.
Never done anything wrong in my entire life.
Never got
Yeah,
anything
I'm just
right
hearing
about.
Jigsaw say, "I've never killed anybody."
He interfered
Um,
with business that he had no reason to interfere. Cost me a bit of money and a bit of labor. I don't much appreciate it. Don't much cotton to the idea of someone getting over like that. So, I'd like to see him. Might have a task or two for him before I put him down like the wild dog he is.
oh, so tempted to drop that spell.
Don't. Please, God, we've put so much work into this, Jack.
I've
So
been
much
nothing but
work.
nice to you.
Changes alignment.
You
Um,
give Gafton Kane out of Lanceport. I'll give you the circlet. You fail to renege. You fail to do this, you are in breach of contract. Which at that point, your own lives are forfeit. Much like your friend Lucky. Excuse me, acquaintance. Are we of an accord?
I'm just gonna look at the rest of the party. You do with me. What say the rest of you?
You'll have no argument from me.
All right.
Nor
Yeah,
do
then-
I.
Lucky says, "Yeah, I agree."
Sounds good to me.
Actually, where are you at, Lucky?
Where I am on the map, just like right at the bottom of the stairs, basically. Listening for people coming down it, but also like waiting there. Waiting for my moment.
Cool.
What a mood, Harnath.
It's been about 40 minutes or so. You signed the contract?
Yeah, I'll
Everybody's
sign
in
it.
agreement?
Mhm.
So if
I
they put
sign
a piece
it-
of paper on the table and they're looking at the contract, that's when I'm going to make my move, and I'm going to go and grab the circlet.
Okay. Well, you're waiting for who to sign the contract?
I'm waiting for not the clasp, the
Harken down.
Harker Demlin?
Harker Demlin and Grip to look at the contract. Like they're like, let's see here.
Okay,
look
well,
at the
Harker is
terms.
looking over the contract right now.
And Grip is
Oh, Grip is the mage. He's standing there looking like a noble. Liston is the
listen. Okay.
yeah, Liston is like the second in command.
Okay. And then if they're like perusing the contract and kind of,
Mhm.
back and forth, that's when I'm gonna like step behind Gillet, grab the
Okay.
circlet, and like tug it out of his hands.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna
And
stuff
Gillett, are you going to allow him to take the circlet from you?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay, sleight of hand.
That was part of what we've been planning in DMs while everything
that's
else
why
has
I'm
been
holding
going
it behind
on.
my back. Yes.
Hey, don't need my luck today.
We don't have any left.
Shh.
Not to throw a dampener on that
Oh,
one, but
20.
you don't have any left.
So, just so you're aware, Harker Demlin and Liston and the Grip all have classes. They all have skills, including perception checks.
Shit.
Earlier, when you did that, Liston saw you, but Harker didn't. You watch as Harker suddenly jumps to his feet, the table almost jumping back several feet. Liston looks at him kind of concerned. And you watch as Harker points his fingers. What are y'all trying to do?
Yeah,
And you
let's
see
head
him
it.
start moving towards Gillett with his hand out.
I'm gonna run like with the circle in my hand. I'm gonna go, ha ha! You almost got me! And I'm gonna
God damn it!
You fucking asshole.
You
Where are
idiot!
you running?
And I'm dashing out. I'm just like, ah!
You better dash quick, because
Annalise is getting up to get in the way between Gillet and Harkin.
Why?
Like, I fooled you all. All 7
I'm
of
too
you.
smart for you.
Okay.
We almost had it.
We still got it. We still got it.
So
We
You see what
almost
I'm-
got out
we
without
were
killing
so
anyone.
fucking close.
What I'm trying to make it seem like is I'm working separate from you guys.
You're doing a great job, sweetie.
Yeah. You might want to listen. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna have to drop this spell really quick, so I don't know.
I got
I
spells
need
too,
you-
bitch.
I need you, Lucky, to give me
Say
a
what?
dexterity saving throw.
All right. Channel my chakras.
Are your
No.
minions clear?
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
No luck left. Oh, not so good.
All right. The area right in front of the door and the stairwell itself are suddenly covered in these black tentacle pseudopods.
Gross.
Why did it have to be pseudopods?
Why did it have to
Not
be
the
tentacles? See, no offense, I don't know where this is going.
Shoes?
I'm
As
just
you
glad I didn't
take-
have to say that this time.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and you are restrained, meaning that your
Oh.
movement is 0.
Sexy. You're
I
gonna
know what
die.
I'm gonna draw. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? I was just thinking that. I'm like,
No.
Your speed becomes
oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
your speed becomes 0.
All right.
You do not gain any benefit or bonus to your speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage,
Ow.
and you have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. As
All right.
Everard's black tentacles erupt from the ground, and you are now bound up in their tentacles.
Mm.
Let me get my players on the field here.
Screams,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
We still got
cries.
this. Don't worry.
Well, we still outnumber them, even if Lucky can't do anything.
They still think I'm acting independently of you, as far as we know.
You really think that's how he's going to look at it?
No. No, I do
mean-
not.
TBH. This is going to be grip.
How dare you? That's Barry's token.
And I need to grab one for. I had another one that I was going to use, but I'm not going to. Because I think I can get by with Barry, but I don't think he'd ever let me use Dom.
How dare you?
You know,
No.
what it is.
Don't you dare.
How dare you?
How
Dear,
dare you?
I'm not drunk enough for that. Don't tear my heart out like that, Cat.
Okay. For those of you who are utterly confused, which would be everybody.
Except for Chief and I. TLDR,
I've heard
Barry and
about them.
Dom are 2 characters from our Tuesday campaign, 2 NPCs from our Tuesday campaign that were former characters of Caps, and both Chief's character and mine are desperately in love with them in a platonic and slightly amorous kind of way.
platonic and amorous.
Actually, you know what? That's not
Platonically amorous.
I got a different one for that one. One that you're not as
Attached
enamored
to?
with. Yeah. All right. This one is Liston,
That's an appropriate pog.
and this one is the grip.
Alrighty then.
All right.
You couldn't just run, eh? You had to say something. You had to open your mouth, eh, Lucky? Just couldn't
I'm
just
sad.
run
Gonna
out
do it
the
anyway.
door.
He was gonna do it.
I'm sad because I wanted to ask the grip a question.
Like, why is he called the Grip?
Yes.
I'm so curious.
I have to know.
And he's like, speak with dead. Why?
Okay, I gotta run and go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's an important question. It was going to be my moment.
Every moment is Arneth's. Okay.
I guess.
Hard truth. Hard truth.
Ow. Rip my finger off.
Knew I forgot to do something.
Oh, yeah? Click on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pardon me.
Oh, I forgot that I had that open on another page. There it is. Do-do-do-do-do. It's like there were so many different things I could have chosen, but I wasn't going to choose that one because it's ridiculous against you guys. Okay. All right, so possibly. All right. Ugh, that sucked. I mean, it's cool for you guys, but it sucked for him. Yay for like a 5. All right. Top of the order. Gillet, you have 3 targets. What is apparently a caster and 2 of unknown origin. What are you going to do?
Well, since I am still holding my, let's call it a drink, in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
encapsulated in that lovely jug, after filling it by the fire earlier, I'm going to just go ahead, run over, and splash the concoction onto them. I'll shout, plenty more where that came from. And I look in and not actually sure whether or not there is.
This is the alchemy jug, is that right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
No, doesn't work that way. I mean, the contents that you threw into it or that you put into it will come flying out of it, yes.
Good. So at the very least, they'll be sticky and covered in just a terrible smelling mix by this point, I'm sure.
Pale fail, as Larry called it earlier. I think that's a great name. All right, so they are covered in this. Not really any roll, so I'm just going to say, sure, I'll let it happen. They are now drenched in yuck. Is that your turn?
No, I'll go ahead and do a nice uppercut here.
Well, it would have been your action to toss the jug.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Or to do that.
For now, I will actually head over here instead.
Okay, from your original
From my
of
original point. So I would have gone from here to here to here.
Okay, sounds great. Is that it for you?
I will also go ahead and get a... Do I have to declare a deflect missiles since I'm not actually using any key for that by the looks of it?
No, deflect missiles works just automatically.
Okay, cool.
What we do is we roll for it once the attack comes your way. You say, as my reaction, I'm going to use deflect missile, and then you do it.
Okay.
The only time you need to declare it is if you're going to use a key point to do something, like patient defense.
Right. And at this point with that, I'll just do that. I'll do patient defense.
Burn a key and
Burn a
put
key.
yourself in patient defense.
Yeah.
All right, you throw the liquid at them and then slide down through the room and then set yourself up in a defensive stance. Yenfear.
Me. I'm gonna go over here, I guess.
Behind him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to...
This should be interesting.
Draw my short sword.
All right. Okay. You are stabbing Liston, or are you stabbing Harker?
This guy.
That would be Liston.
Yes.
The not dwarf one, right?
The not dwarf, yes.
Yes, that's Liston. So you go to stab him, and he pulls one of the most amazing moves you've ever seen. His sword is kind of across his back. As you bring your sword in, you watch as he slides the blade out. Not fully from the sheath, but just enough he deflects your shot and then slams the blade back into where it was at.
Hardcore.
And you hear him say, no, none of that.
Very impressed and also a little bit angry. But
Sure.
like, cool.
Bonus action.
So I'll die.
That is not a bonus action. That is a full round action.
Okay.
Can't move or anything. You just have to stand there and die.
It's just like
All right. So
immediately.
that's it for your
immolate.
turn then?
Yes, that is it for me.
Okay. Lucky, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. Better.
That starts its turn, takes the damage. I'm sorry, it's not a dexterity saving throw. I apologize.
Okay.
You can use your action to free yourself by making either a dexterity or strength check, either athletics or acrobatics if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
You are still going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacles are still battering at you.
Whoa.
Did we not heal you?
Yes,
Did a little bit.
we gave
Oh,
him
yeah, we
15.
did.
So I healed
Right.
most of the spar.
I was like, I have to peel him off the floor.
I mean, we may have to after this.
For yourself would be an action. You give me either an acrobatics or strength athletics check. Either
I'm
one.
not that great at those, so instead,
It would be
we
just
do
a.
this.
Ooh!
And then
All right.
What level is that spell?
That is a great question. Hang on just one second here. I'm going to need you to roll for me.
Oh, so it's higher than third. So hold on, let me.
Your charisma. So 1d20 plus your charisma.
All right. Do I have my proficiency to that?
No.
No, hold on. Yeah, just a spellcasting ability. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Still-
yeah.
Still enough. You reach out initially, kind of haughtily, and then you push your energy back through it. Your presence and your will, the thing that binds you and drives you magically, blasts through the tentacles, and you just watch as they all kind of just dissipate in this arcane blast, and they are completely gone.
Woohoo!
See you later, suckers. I conned you all.
Suckers. I like
And
it.
then I
And
run
he
away.
runs!
Fucking asshole.
Jesus Christ.
And
As you
before I go, I can also say like, and I release you from my mind control, pawns.
As you get to the top of the staircase,
Oh fuck.
you exit the pantry.
Is this still so like that's like 5, 10, 15, 20? Hold on. Sorry. I just need to check something. Sorry. Oh, I'm scared.
You're not forgiven. Die
Did
immediately.
you
when I'm
drop
up here,
invisibility,
I'm gonna-
Jack?
if I cast a
Um,
spell, it disappears.
Oh,
So
But
right.
it's not your invisibility.
But it's not your
Jack's
invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Did you stop concentrating on invisibility?
I mean, technically, can I attack when
Yeah,
I have a
concentration doesn't.
You just
Yeah.
I
can't.
think for invisibility, if you attack. or
How long
cast
has
a
it been? Because it was 40 minutes.
Hold on a second. Let me
Okay.
double check something real quick.
I just brought it up.
It's an hour, but we had been there for,
You've been there for about 40 minutes or so.
yeah.
You cast it before you went into the pub, so I would say it's at the end of its.
Yeah, you have you have 3
Yeah, but-
minutes left. Run as fast as you can.
But this.
It's ended because he cast a spell.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Well,
then
we
everybody
tried.
can see you.
So at the top of the stairs, are there any people here?
You do see coming through the little archway the two individuals that were earlier referred to as the Razor and the Line.
Do they see me yet? Are they like coming through, or are they about to come through?
Are you trying to stealth?
I'm gonna try and hide. I'm gonna like duck in a cupboard or something like that, or
Technically, hiding would be your action, and since you used your spell to cast as the action,
But he's
you
in
don't
his
have.
dark clothes, so how well lit is the hallway?
well, still. Action
The
economy.
problem is that he doesn't have a bonus action to hide. Like he doesn't have the ability that allows him to use a bonus action to hide.
Curse you
So
for
you
not
just
taking
have
points in Rogue.
You just have to
So
turn towards the wall
No, just stand completely still.
instead.
they haven't seen you yet. They haven't come into the room.
All right, let me see what I got here. What's a bonus action that I have?
Not much.
How much? Is there like a window?
Nope, not in this room.
Dang it! Gah!
Are you going to drink a potion as you dive out the window? Because
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's terrible. Don't do that.
Eh?
Ass. A complete asshole.
I
I'm
was
gonna
told
drink
it was
that.
a potion of healing. I drank a potion of poison instead as I jumped out the window after being
But the
brutally
description
beaten.
says it looks,
Brutal.
smells just like a healing potion.
I died as I hit the ground.
Technically died as you went out the window.
Oh.
God, that was fucking brutal.
That was a terrible
right.
session. Anyway,
Bonus
focusing on
action?
combat.
Yes.
There's nothing really I can do as a bonus action, unless I have like some ability that I just don't know about. So I'm going to like try my best to hide, knowing that I don't really have enough time to do like a good enough hide.
All right, so you're gonna try to find like the table that they use to cut things on, and like duck behind it. All right, so you move around behind the table. Okay. Go ahead and give me stealth at disadvantage, just because.
All right. You talked me into it. Not the worst.
That's not bad though. All things considered.
I think I should take some levels in Rogue.
At this point, why
I
don't you?
love that
I
qualifier
mean, you're
right there. All things considered.
basically.
Basically a rogue anyway.
That's we'll
Only
all be at the funeral, and we'll be gathered around, and it's time for the priest to talk, and he'll walk up and say, "All things considered," and then we'll all just leave.
Oh wow. The
looks
end.
like his luck ran out. And then if you're with a little drum set, and you all go home.
Yeah. The tall, thin one, known as the Line, points over as they walk through the door and goes, "Hey, wait a minute. Isn't it him?" And he
Nope.
nudges the other one, who she looks over and goes, "Yeah, that's him."
No, I'm the new chef.
Nice try.
The new chef.
All right.
Mhm.
Step. It is Liston's turn.
Please
Ooh.
kill me gently. Tiny dancer.
He pulls the rapier fully from its sheath, and as he does, you watch him grab the dagger from his other hand. He looks at you, and he points them, and he makes his attacks. That was plural.
No.
All right, the first one is a 12,
Haha, it misses.
an 18,
Fuck.
and a 23.
Fuck.
Ooh,
Well-
3 attacks. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
This son of a bitch.
All right. The dagger missed you. Watch as he plunges the dagger forward. It's a half-hearted strike. It doesn't come anywhere near you. You realize too late that it's a feint as he drops the rapier in. Bam, bam, striking you twice. Once in the shoulder and once just at the edge of the rib cage. Let's see. You are going to take a few hit points of damage.
Oh, a few.
8 and 6 for a total of 14 piercing damage. As you watch him bounce on the balls of his feet, he says, "Well, what do you say? Shall we have a go then?"
Are you a goer?
You a bit of a goer? Wink,
But
wink.
you've been released from my mind control now, so you can all be friends.
Ow. Son of a bitch.
That's your reaction from being released from mind control.
Now my brain.
I have a headache.
That's my only brain. Come
That's
on.
his action, and you watch as he takes a moment. No, actually, he's going to stay where he's at. He's just kind of got the dagger poised and kind of pointed over in Arneth's direction, which it is Arneth's turn.
Well, I was hoping we'd be able to talk about this, but I guess
You've all
not.
been released. You've all been released from my mind control. You can talk it out.
You're not here anymore. Why do I still hear
Yeah.
Lucky's voice in my head?
Where
the
is
ring.
this coming from?
Get out of my head, Charles!
If you take something from me, I am forever locked in your soul.
Oh God, he's a curse.
I mean, he has told us that he's cursed at one point. Whether or not we believed him is another topic, but
Fair.
Oh no.
He still owes you a
Maybe
couple
it's-
truths, doesn't he?
he does.
It's because secretly Arneth is in love with
That explains the
Begging for.
punch.
the shit out of me. That
Jeez.
explains it.
I lagged out so bad just for a moment there.
What are you doing, Arneth?
I get. I feel like I've asked this before, but it's 2 attacks with my my main hand, and then for the offhand, it's just 1, right?
That is correct.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my swords because, yeah, first I'm gonna move here.
Good idea.
Yeah. And then my offhand.
All right.
Jeez.
Are you attacking Liston?
Yeah.
All 3 hit. Bang, bang, bang. Go ahead and give me damage.
It's like, how dare you stab my pretty boy, my favorite elf.
14 total.
Tiny chihuahua barking noises.
He you go to strike and you watch as his defense is kind of divided between the two of you. He does his best to parry with that very large, it's a dagger, but it's like the basket hilt on it. It's used pretty much for parrying. It's a parrying dagger. And you watch as he tries his best to parry your attacks, but you slide them in. Bang, bang, bang. The third one, he kind of winces a little bit. And he goes, well done. We shall have to test your metal next. And now, do you have those for your actions, your bonus actions? That should be it for you.
Yeah.
Now it is time for Harker Denlin. All right. This is going to be against Arneth. That's a 20. No, that's
Yeah.
and a 24.
Yep.
Brutal.
I need you to give me a... It rolls the damage to the poison, but I need you to give me a... Really? It doesn't tell me what the DC is? What a joke! It just says roll a DC.
If
says-
I remember correctly, it's a DC 11. Poison's a Constitution DC 11 saving throw.
Give me just 1 second to confirm. 15. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Great. Well.
Okay. And I need one more because each attack hit.
Okay.
So the second one you make, the first one is going to hurt.
I feel it.
Okay. You take 16 points of piercing damage and 19 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
Wow.
As he says to you through growling teeth, "You've done and gone messed with the wrong man."
You done fucked up.
How much did you say?
16 points of piercing damage and 19 points of poison damage.
Okay. Great. Fantastic.
Annalise.
This guy's really hard.
So, Cap, Steve and I were chatting via the DMs, and we want your DM ruling. Because it's not going to change what she does, but it would change how... It would change what happens to these two. The two that were covered in the mixture from the Jug of Alchemy.
The conductive mixture.
Properties. Considering the fact that my weapon alights with lightning. And crackles with electricity.
All right. What are you trying to do? Pass the energy on to him?
So I would attack Harker Demlin. It's probably going to be Harker Demlin. And the current would pass between the two because of the liquid that is at their feet. So the one above him would take the lightning damage as well, but we're asking because we're not sure, because it would be an interesting little thing, because that's actually how it would work.
It would be, but the way that I'm looking at it is that it is current. It is not a leaping vast source of energy. Think of it more like a stun gun. If I'm standing in water and the guy next to me gets hit with a stun gun and he's standing in water, he grounds it out still because it's not enough current to carry through his body.
Okay.
So it's going to be localized to him.
Fair enough. We figured
if it were a lightning bolt, if it were a lightning bolt, it would be a different story. So
we figured we'd ask. Like I said, it's not going to change what she does.
Right.
It was just an interesting side effect from what Gillet had done.
Mythbusters doesn't count. Mythbusters doesn't count.
She is going to light her trick weapon on lightning.
All right, and then you are going to move where and attack who?
She is going to move here and attack Harkin.
All right. Mythbusters Junior D&D edition. Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. And you have advantage.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
For a total of 12. And I get an extra attack because 5th level blood hunter.
Yeah. How much damage did you say?
12.
There it is. It didn't show up for some reason.
21 to hit.
That will hit.
For another 19 damage.
Nice.
You watch as you slice through him. He recoils from the pain, but then the lightning bursts through his body, and you watch as his muscles seize up. Ah! Oh, you're going to pay for that one.
How about you focus on somebody who can take you on? Leave them alone.
All right.
Taunting is a terrible idea. Should not taunt the bad guy.
Yeah.
Doing it anyway.
All right. Next up is...
bonus action was that. Sorry, I'm just rolling through what I have for...
Bonus action, movement,
I'm
action. Good. Okay.
I'm good.
What was your bonus action? If you have 2 attacks, if you take the attack action.
Do I get another bonus action? Because my bonus action was activating my blood rate.
Oh, that's right. That was your bonus action.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot. No, I apologize. I forgot that's how that worked. All right. Now, the grip. Who is going to cast a spell?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh. Is he going to do it with me in base-to-base contact with him?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sounds like a dumb plan.
Jack, your face! Jesus Christ.
Fight me! It's a great plan!
Oh, fuck.
Are you sure?
So, Jack, while you were gone, I did a grand total of 31 damage.
Goddamn. Maybe I'll hit the guy next turn.
Well, you have
Nut
advantage with the 2 that are in front of you, so take your pick.
Psychic blades.
Psychic blades.
What are those? I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, psychic what?
Okay.
Second Whomst?
Psychic who's a what's it? All right, you watch as he reaches out and puts a hand on his own body. And as he does so, you hear the sound of cracking stone. And you watch as his skin turns to a gray color, dusty, and he looks as though he has become as impenetrable as a stone wall.
Bum, bum, bum.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yo, guys, you want to get stoned?
Yeah.
Cool.
For those that play Divinity Original Sin 2, he just used the spell Fortify.
No,
Oh my god, thank you.
stone skin.
No, I know, but
Oh.
it's called Fortify in Divinity Original Sin 2.
All right, so he now has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning and piercing.
Brutal.
And that is all he is going to do this turn. He is going to kind of do that and
Whip his hair back and forth.
prepare himself. And prepare himself. Kill
He's
it!
going to whip and also Nene.
I don't believe he will whip, nor will he nay-nay.
At the
Missed
same time.
opportunities.
Nor will he do the Superman. Gillet, your turn.
Well, I'm going to see what I can do with this poor guy.
Oh, you should murder him.
Oh, no.
Well, all right.
Fucking
This time.
murder the fuck out of them.
So that's probably a no.
That would be a no.
Dink.
That, however, will hit.
But why is it on fire?
Because it's
Nope, never mind. I answered my own question. Disregard.
Woo!
Answered my own
Cheers.
question.
you bring the sword across him first, and you watch as this magical energy, kind of this purplish bluish color, that is like just hovering inches off of his skin, seems to deflect the attack. Knowing that he has that up, you swing forward and strike him again. This time, hold on just 1 second. I need to double check something real quick. Okay, cool. This time you slice through, watching the tip of the dragon steel blade slam into the purple energy field and pierce the stone skin. As you draw back, you notice that the blade itself, the damage from it, it's magical, never mind, pierces through him, and you watch as he winces in pain. Where did you get that? I want it. I doubt it.
Well, then you're not going to know.
Nene, nene, nene.
And now you're going to... Okay, so he needs to give you a strength saving throw?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Knock him prone. Knock him prone.
Oh, yeah, that's a 9. That's a 10 minus 1.
Yes.
Ooh.
He's pushed back 15 feet.
Yep.
All right, so he is thrown and slammed into the wall. As you, quivering palm, just flat palm him in the chest, and you watch as he, whoa, boom, oh, kind of the wind knocked out of him. He didn't move 10 feet, so I'm not going to worry about that. I dropped my die. Earthquake! All right. It is now Yenfir's turn as the battle is starting to ensue. People are starting to take damage. Who will win? It's your turn.
Distressed
What are you going to
noises.
do?
I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw my dagger and my short sword.
All right. Taking a moment to... You rolled a 14, not the 1. Keep in mind you have advantage because Arneth is on top of you. Still misses, though. As he quickly parries your attack. That dagger stab, though, That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Yay!
Which one are you attacking?
Liston.
This guy. Liston. My 3 damage. Yes!
As he kind of looks at you as you do that, and he goes, "Well done,
Hang on. That's
well
not...
done indeed."
Jack,
What?
you're missing your...
You don't have your dexterity modifier.
No, you're missing damage off of that, darling.
Am I?
Yep.
Where?
You're missing your dexterity modifier off your damage. You're off your first dice.
What is that?
So, when you're looking at your character sheet, Jack, and you have one of your weapons, so open your dagger, you should have
Open my-
damage,
Is this in
and then...
your offhand? No. Is this in your offhand?
Yeah.
You don't add the dexterity modifier to the offhand weapon for those who do not have 2-weapon fighting.
Wah, wah, wah.
I guess the next question is, do you have 2-weapon fighting? Because I thought you did.
No.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Me? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Ever.
However, there is one thing you can do if you would like to do that. Use your bardic inspiration to do that, but that's up to you if you want to use your bardic inspiration.
Fucking yeet.
All right.
Ooh, up to 2 creatures. 2 creatures, you say?
And within 5 feet, even.
I wonder how far they are. Oh, how convenient. 5 feet.
So you'd like to pump that into him as well?
You're gonna
Yeah.
do it to Gillet? Why would you do that?
All right. Book. Who's got the book? There it is. Give me just 1 second here. It's that other college, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you got the idea that it was 2 targets.
That's just what it's telling me.
I understand that, but when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend the use of your Bardic Inspiration to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage to the target. You can do so only once per round on your turn. The psychic damage increases when you reach certain levels in this class, increasing to 3d6 at 5th level, 5d6 at 10th level, but there's nothing against hitting an additional creature.
Huh.
You crazy.
This just in. Jack fucked up her sheet again. To nobody's surprised.
It's all right.
All right.
I mean, it's easy enough for me to add that 15 back to Harker. I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
I want him to
Okay.
die.
Lucky. It is your turn. You take your dagger, and as you jam it, he goes, "Oh, well done." You immediately kind of grin at him. And he goes, "Oh, what was that?" As you watch these 2 energies just... There's not even a handle. It's just like this blade of energy that pierces through his body. Lucky. They see you.
Hi, guys. So the 2 guys. They are at the door.
Yep, and you watch as the line pulls out a wicked-looking short sword,
Pretty
and you watch, though, the one that should concern you is the Razor, who takes her hands and just flexes them. Actually, she sticks them into her, like, into the side of her pants where there's these 2 pockets, and as she comes up and flexes her hands, you watch as there's these 2 thin blades that are like on the ends of her fists.
Okay, so my surroundings.
You've seen this move before, or the stance that she has. It's very reminiscent of Gillet.
That's spooky.
Ruh-roh.
It's bad.
Is there a chimney?
There is, but not big enough that you are not. Yeah, not big enough that you could make your way up. They are currently about 15 feet from you.
And there's no windows.
Not in this room.
Shit.
Do you still have invisibility?
No.
Nope. As soon as he
Cast upon
casts a spell,
yourself.
But he has his own.
Yeah.
I have my own, but that's not too difficult for them to just stand at the door and be like, "Oh, where's it going?" You gotta think, man. You gotta think.
Hey, you guys should really check on these your friends downstairs. I think they might be dead.
Now they know it's me. They're gonna
I'm
try to
muted.
grab me.
Clear fighting sounds in the background.
Go.
Probably dead.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go. All right, guys. I'll give you one chance. I'll give you all the riches you could ever want, and I'll pull out like another ring that I stole. That's like shiny, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Shiny, I guess.
you never saw me. I was never here. Money
Give me
beyond your
persuasion check.
wildest dreams.
You have the circlet that would boost.
Oh
charisma.
yeah, can I? That's sorry. I forgot. I was gonna do that, but I forgot. That was my plan. I'm gonna put the circlet on before I say all this.
You take a moment and you put the circlet on your head. It fits nicely.
And then I say that, and then you said persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, that was. I accidentally rolled at disadvantage. It
No,
would've just
you have a
been going
20.
well.
It's a 20 on there.
Okay.
You don't get to add anything. You're not attuned to the circlet. So
Okay. Yeah, I figured. So I'm holding up this ring, and that's what I say. And then I'll prepare the action to cast invisibility on myself if they come at me aggressively.
you see her kind of put her hands down. And she takes the two weapons that she has, and she puts them on her belt. She walks over and looks at the ring. Takes and looks at it for a moment, looks over her shoulder. She says, Xavier, he said that he wants to give us this.
More where that came from.
She takes the ring and goes, fling, and flicks it in your face.
Ow, that's rude.
And then takes her hands and puts them back into the weapons. that she's
Cast
holding.
invisibility.
Oh, man.
All right.
And then I'm gonna try and like sneak it like in a way that is like trying to avoid them.
You
Okay,
can wall
give me
walk.
just a second.
I can't have two spells going at once.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's why I wanted there to be a chimney big enough for me. Just
It's gone.
Like a scared
Dive
spider
up
taking
the
it.
chimney.
yeah.
Up the chimney.
Down comes
Yes,
the rain.
because we know how well turning people into spiders works, right, Jack?
That was amazing. Why can't I be like that in this fucking game? That was a great move.
You
of
got
mine.
Rocky bit.
Yeah,
No idea what's happening.
that was my plan. I turned my party member into a spider because I was mad at him. And then he climbed up on the ceiling as everybody tried to catch him. And then I dropped the polymorph spell, so he fucking cracked his head on the ground, basically.
And
Rude.
then leaped on top of Jack's character and stabbed him.
Oh, yeah, you did stab me, didn't he?
I did. I did. And
Note
then he
to self,
proceeded-
though, don't get a teleportation spell.
And then he proceeded to have
I
an
need one
existential
real bad.
crisis because
Misty Step, man.
I don't know if warlocks can take Misty Step.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. Right
Should have
now.
been an Eladrin.
Fairly certain they can.
No.
I feel super weird
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
like the only one eating here. Like the entire time I've just been
Nom
shoving
nom.
food in my mouth. Oh, thank you.
Is that a Reese's peanut butter cup?
What?
Mhm.
No.
I'm super jelly right now. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
actually, I'm.
Mm. Delicious Reese's peanut butter.
Okay.
I'm jealous now. Actually,
Mm.
Now
gotta
eat the
get some
wrapper.
All
peanut
right.
butter on this. That'll be
You are
fine, right?
invisible.
Mhm.
Next up is going to be Liston. I'm going to add these two in there in just a moment. Liston is going to take a look at you for the psychic blades that you just did. He's going to take a good look at.
Please don't hurt me.
Oh God, please.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect to hit.
You watch as he take. No, he's going to try to attack you.
No.
Okay, that's going to be a 19,
Son of a.
19, and a 21.
Need to get you some mage armor.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh no.
Everybody.
Na na na.
The first one is 5 points of damage as he plunges the dagger into you. And then another 13 points of piercing damage as he then strikes you twice more with the rapier. And he says, "You'll never learn if you don't pay attention to your betters." And then he steps there with the dagger and the short sword at the ready.
Oh.
Jesus, that's your response.
Oh.
Swoon.
I'm still housed.
No.
Okay.
One of my favorite terms.
Me too.
Okay. Your only request, don't die.
You had one job.
Oh shit! Oh man,
Oh, big mood.
what'd I get us into?
Yeah, you fucking
fight.
asshole.
Mep. All right. That is Liston's turn. It is now Arneth's turn. Arneth.
Yinfir, my love, what's your health at?
Let's see. 12.
Oh,
You're double digits. That's okay.
Yeah.
oh, can I? What do I want to do? Can I scoot around Mr. Man? I still don't have his name.
Mr. Man.
Liston.
Liston. Can I scoot around Mr. Liston and smack Yinfir with my healing hands?
You certainly can.
Okay. Let's scoot. Hey.
However,
Hi.
just
you will draw an attack of
around.
opportunity from Harker Demlin.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Huck. You want to rescind your plan?
Mm. Okay, can I use
just awkwardly hug Yinfir around this guy.
can I do we just high five over his head?
Put your hand up! Ah!
Arterially spurt at him. Quick, bleed your blood on him. Blood, dead. All right, are you moving around or are you staying where you're at?
Can I use what's it called? Let me see. Misty
healing
Step?
word. It is a bonus action. However, you cannot use a bonus action and then cast another spell unless it is a cantrip only.
Well,
Really?
Isn't Misty
So you
Step
get a choice.
cantrip?
Misty Step is not a cantrip.
No, it's a first level. No, it's a second level spell.
Yeah.
That's right. I used it to nearly kill my druid in Princess of the Apocalypse.
So you can move around him, but you do get the chance to be hit by Harker Demlin, or You can Misty Step and then wait till your next turn to try to heal.
And Inferior will be dead by then. So,
I mean, I've been dead before.
you have been knocked out.
You've been knocked out before, yes. You
Yeah.
haven't been dead before.
This is such a difficult decision.
What would Arneth?
I would die for you.
Thank you.
I don't know. I can't decide.
This will be
Well.
proven shortly.
This will
Make
be
a decision.
Hey, you know what? Don't stress over it. I also have healing.
Yeah, so I need you to heal yourself. ASAP, I'm going to attack. I've forgotten his name again. Listen.
Listen or
Listen.
Harker?
I'm going to attack. Listen.
All right.
Yeah.
Please kill him, please.
That will hit,
I'm begging you.
and that will hit as well.
Oh,
And that will miss.
Okay, that's okay.
All right. You watch as your first two strikes hit him, land dead on, but he finds the pattern on the third strike and parries it with the parrying dagger. There's a ringing of metal on metal as he cling and hits the dagger away, or hits the short sword away.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on myself.
You cannot.
I can't?
Your bonus action was to take your third shot with your
Yeah.
weapon.
Okay.
Rip.
Rip
All right.
on. That's it.
Whoop, whoop. Well, I told you I was going to make you pay for that. He is going to attack Annalise. Actually, no.
My hands are sweating
No.
so badly right now.
Big mood.
He's actually going to attack Arneth again. Oh, that will be a 1.
Who are you attacking?
Arnett.
Arneth.
Me.
Don't you touch him.
Oh, you go to watch him strike, and as he does, his hand twists, and you watch as he winces. But then he brings it around again. Son of a bitch. An 11 doesn't hit you, does it?
No.
Okay, a 5 on the die won't hit you then. So he goes to strike you again. This time you parry his short sword strike with your own and kind of like step back, and he kind of gives you... There's a little bit of respect in his eye as you do that. Let's see. Does he have bonus actions?
His bonus action is to apologize.
Lord, I
Sorry.
apologize.
I thought that was a free action.
All right, Annalise, it is your turn.
Annalisa is going to chug the mutagen of potency. Yes.
Okay, so that's your bonus action.
Yep. Which takes my strength up and my dexterity down. Sorry, I just gotta change.
You
it on
basically
here to-
became Bane. Is that what you just did?
Huh?
You basically pulled a Bane from Batman. He just kind of like pumped you, juiced up all of a sudden.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You
Really,
don't
I
get
never
that
really
reference?
watched Batman.
Mother.
I'm
Okay.
Anyway, so
It's
She
a
is
guy
going
that
to-
dresses up as a bat. That's his jam.
Mm-hmm.
she's going
Yeah,
to
it's got a
attack
nice car.
Okay, go ahead and attack.
the saw cleaver.
His superpower is that he's stupid rich.
Oh, God.
25 will hit.
God, if
Goals.
only.
Right?
Everybody always asks you if you could have one superpower, what would it be? I want Batman superpowers.
Yeah, just be really
Filthy
fucking
parents.
rich.
Really fucking rich.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Damn!
All right.
You're killing it, literally.
What the
Yeah.
fuck did I just say? Face me, you coward!
He can't hear you through the rushing blood in his ear as you just brain him in the head.
Nothing but ringing.
Mop!
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 Mop! 20 and 18. Sweet Mary Mother of god, that looks like it hurts.
38 damage.
He stands there for a second.
Jack, good job, baby. I'm so proud of you.
His teeth are clenched from the just his jaw, the muscles in his body being tensed up as he's just kind of doing the. He can't say anything because he's too busy just being lit up. All right.
I told you to face me. Now face me! Or die like a bitch.
Well then.
Annalise better than the unfair trash talk since the beginning of time.
Listen, I'm looking up bard insults, okay?
I love the tell me your bard insults. Let me Google that for you.
You fucking asshole.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, this is the thing that's gonna happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh?
Yeah.
I'm about to get fucking shot in the ass.
Shot in the ass, and you're to blame.
It's true.
You give love a bad name. Okay. Sorry.
You give Lucky a bad name.
Steve, this might hurt.
Too late.
Yay. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Oh god, we got
fireball,
Rollin
fireball.
in this campaign now? Son of a bitch.
Okay, but have you ever complained? Because I have saved your guys' ass.
I've never been in the room when you fireballed it, so no, I have
That's
not
true.
complained.
I always waited.
Yes.
Never
And I
been
believe
in
at
that
some
room.
point in time, Jason is going to put in a petition for you not to do that again at his feet.
Can you stop throwing it
Could
at
you
my
please
feet?
stop
Thank you.
with that shit.
Why? You have.
I need Arneth, Annalise, Gillett, and Lucky. No, actually, Lucky, you'd be
He's around the corner.
okay. Yeah, you're okay. You're out of range of it. I need the three of you to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, good lord.
You know what? Congratulations, everybody fucking succeeded.
Yeah!
For that level caster, yeah.
Quintrell's in chat, Jack.
I know.
He knew we were talking about him. He knew.
His ears are burning.
Speak of the devil. You shall appear.
All right. You all take. Do any of you? You have evasion, don't you, Gillett?
Let's see here.
Double check your stuff and make sure. Because yes, fire erupts from the ground behind you as you watch a bead of orange streak across the room. When it gets to the zenith of its trip, it explodes, lighting up the entire area in fire, scorching you badly. Those of you, let's see, it is going to be a bitch ton of damage. Halved.
No. Spooked.
Yeah, you can definitely hear this upstairs, by the way. So you hear the cacophonous blast of the fireball. For those of you who don't know, one of my favorite words is cacophony and cacophonous.
That evolves into Cacophonaster, right?
Confidence.
Stop it.
I hate that. I hate that so fucking much.
The worst part is it actually sounds like a real word.
Ugh.
And welcome to why English is not a complete language, ladies and gentlemen. English is the only language in the world that is not a complete language.
35 points of damage. Halved to 17 to all three of you.
Welcome to the day that
I have to ask the question, are any of you downed by that?
I'm not.
I'm not.
But barely.
Steve, you
Yeah.
don't have evasion yet?
Not that I'm seeing.
No, you totally should.
Hang on.
Let me. Got the book. Hold on.
And I'm looking through Roll20 here.
Seventh
no, he
level.
doesn't. Yeah, he gets it at 7th level. Same
Yeah.
level.
Seventh level.
Same
Jack,
level.
you
are
take
you
17.
down?
What's that?
Did I get hit by that?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Thank
just those
goodness.
3.
None of us are down, but
You
That's
all
right.
take 17 points of damage. Yeah.
Ow.
That's just the 3rd level. That's just the base level for the spell. Okay.
Boy, am I glad I'm not there.
Glass cannon.
Do you smell
All
something
right.
burning?
Now at the top of the round, it is Gillet's turn.
I didn't like that very much.
I'm gonna
Don't
get
lie
you,
to
boy. Just- that will hit. Okay. That will also hit. That will hit too. Damn. Jesus. Okay, so let's get total damage then. 10, 18, 22 points of damage.
Let's see here.
You walk up and slash him, and then slash him again, and then just bang, bang, bang.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do you use your feet at all for this?
No, for this one it's all fist.
So it's just you slash him twice, and then you grab him, and then with that fist that's gripped around the hilt of the sword, you pull him forward as you punch him twice, and then kind of push him off against the wall again. He's got blood trickling from one lip and his nose. His eyes are starting to go black where you've broken it from one of the punches. He looks terrified, but also he knows that if he gives up right now, he'll have to face another problem if they survive. Yenfir, it is your turn.
Okay.
Heal yourself.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heal.
Kill myself.
Heal.
I take my dagger out.
Galilean Suicide Squad attack!
Okay. Okay. Fuck. I don't. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to think of like, what's the best one to use. Because I have Cure Wounds and Healing Word.
Oh, cure wounds for sure.
I'm gonna cast it at level.
They can't form Voltron. It's a level 8 action. they need to be level 8. There's always argument over who gets to form the head.
Dibs.
Okay.
I'll give it
Okay,
over.
so you heal yourself for 17 points of damage. Or 17.
A respectable amount.
Points of health.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Ha. Ha. Okay. I can cast a cantrip, right, as a bonus action?
Only if the casting time is a bonus action. I don't think any of your cantrips have a bonus action as the casting time.
I thought it was just one action.
So the way it works is you can cast a spell, but any subsequent spell that you cast in that round has to have the bonus action to it, but it can only be a cantrip. So you can cast one cantrip and then any other spell as a bonus action, or you can cast a spell and any other spell or any cantrip as long as it has a bonus action as the casting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Reassuring.
Basically,
Yeah.
you'll ask me and I'll
It's a
tell you
strong maybe.
no, because I know that there aren't hardly any cantrips that I think that have a bonus action as a casting time.
At least not for
Okay.
bards.
Okay. I was just looking at my blade ward.
What is that?
Then
Xanathars?
No, Blade
I
Ward
think
is-
so.
Is that the player's handbook?
One action.
Yeah, so you couldn't cast that.
Okay. Then I will.
You could Bardic Inspire.
You could inspire someone.
Okay.
And you've only used 2. You used 1 for your psychic blades and 1 to inspire.
Yes, I will do that.
All right. Who are you
I
inspiring?
will- Oh, the love of my life, Arnath.
All right, you have a D8 of inspiration that will last for 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, 10 minutes.
Bless the rains down in Adalar.
Oh God! All right, next up is Lucky. They can see you, or no, actually they can't. You cast invisibility on yourself.
Yeah.
They're still blocking your way, though.
Yes. They are both standing at the doorway. Oh wait, one of them walked up to me and threw a ring at me.
Yeah, but they're both blocking your way. The doorway isn't 10 foot wide; it's 5 feet. So you got one of them standing in the door, and now you went invisible. So they're going to kind of keep an eye on any kind of hinky movement. So what are you doing?
I can't.
Absolutely nothing.
I sit here and do nothing. No. I will go to the stairs if I can. I can like quietly shift over to the stairs.
Okay,
And-
give me a stealth check. You have advantage
All right.
for being invisible.
Chew. Oh, well, apparently. Chew.
Achoo!
You start moving towards the staircase, and as you do so, you watch as the woman stops for a second, and then she seems to look right at you.
And through.
And she is going to attack.
Uh-oh.
That is going to be 21 to hit you.
That hits you up.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need to give me. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay. Whenever she hits you, bang! You feel for a moment like the damage pulses through your muscles, and you feel them tighten up almost against your own will. But you shrug it off.
Not my wheel.
Against your will. You shrug off the effect of whatever was behind that punch. You can continue to move.
I think I'm just gonna like barrel through the guy who's walking the door. I'm just gonna like full on just run.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a strength check.
Oh man, may the gods be with you.
How big is he actually? How tall is he?
I mean, he's probably topping about 6'4".
Could I try and like go through his legs? Maybe is he tall enough that I could even try?
No.
That? Okay, so I'm just gonna try and barrel through him then.
All right. Strength check.
That's a save. That's
That
a
was
save.
a save.
Strength check.
It would be the same thing though, right?
Yeah, but roll the strength check because you rolled the wrong thing.
Click on
Ryan.
your strength.
All right.
All right.
Technically all
Well,
the same numbers.
okay.
Except for the bad number.
You run up,
Yeah.
and he has a modifier of 0 as well.
Oh,
no.
Your curse. Your
You
curse.
run up and you land into him, and you grab him, and you both topple over. He has a hold of you, and he rolls over and kind of like tries to pin you down. That was kind of your movement, not really your action to try to barrel through him. I'll let you try to escape his grip. If you'd like
All right.
to, you can give
Yeah,
me a
of course.
strength, athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics, whichever one you have.
I'll do acrobatics because I'm not the worst at that. Apparently,
Okay.
I'm the worst at that.
You're just not having a good night tonight.
Is this
I
where we
used all my
die?
luck. I used all my luck, guys. That's why.
However, in your focus to try to maintain it, first of all, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Boy.
I think, how much damage did I do to you just now?
8. And it's 10 or
10
whatever.
or half the damage, whichever is
higher.
higher. Okay. So you saved.
Sweet.
Trying to decide if I want to have the you barreling into him constitute an attack. I didn't make you make an attack roll on it, so I'm going to say no. So as
You're
you
a merciful God.
as you are wriggling away from him, you actually end up like kicking him in the chest, and you're able to get up from his grip.
I just try to run for the door.
All right. You are out of movement because it takes half your movement to get
Yeah.
up. So
I'm gonna be as quiet as I can, and then
All
as
right.
soon as I have like a moment, I'm gonna
back
just
on
run
your
for the door.
turn, you can do that. All right, Arneth, it is your turn.
Wonderful.
Wait, did I skip somebody? I did. I skipped
You
my own
did.
guy.
That's fine. That's okay.
No, you didn't skip anyone. It's fine.
No.
What? No way.
He looks at you all. He looks at you, Yenfir, and he kind of turns his eyes and looks at Arneth, and you see Liston kind of smile, draw his rapier and dagger, and plunge them forward into Harker.
What?
Betrayal.
Twist.
Shit!
Listen, I'm alive right now. Oh boy.
Let's see. Rapier hit and ooh, actually, the second was a 9, 16, it's 15. That's 2 hits.
Woot.
You watch as he does this, he goes and stabs the dagger in to his side and then takes the rapier and plunges it into the other side and says, "You know, sir, I've always thought you to be a bit of a bastard.
Ooh. Rude.
We need new management here." And it's going to be 12.
When your DM kills his own characters. Fine by me.
We should already know I'm an ass. I don't care about it.
Everybody dies. Ha ha
You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
George R. Martin of D&D.
ha. Not
No.
quite. Not quite. You
No.
did bring Aethlin back.
That's true. Well, actually,
Yeah, but
technically,
George R. R. Martin also brings people back from the dead, and
Oh,
not
no,
in
so
good
we can
ways.
Kill them again.
Exactly.
keep in mind that the function of Barovia is that you can't escape even in death unless you
Hotel
want
Barovia.
to.
Yes.
Okay. He stabs him, and that is going to be his turn. As he does say one thing before it moves on to Arneth. He says, "Help me dispatch him. We'll make a deal. I promise."
I don't-
Arneth, it is your turn.
I don't trust that at all. He stabbed me.
It was all
Annalise
good
in the
fun.
background. You're gonna trust him a lot more than you're gonna trust this guy.
Fair.
Focus up.
Yeah.
Focus up. Get on the payload!
Back in my day, this guy would be dead already.
Back in my day, this guy would be done already.
All right.
I've got you in my sights.
Am I the only one who's just really sweaty right now?
My
No, I
hand
know, that's
is
your
like
trigger.
drenched.
Shut up, Jack. Don't have me like that in front of
right now.
stream.
All right. What are you doing?
You just fucking pulled this fan out of nowhere, like everybody cool down.
Okay.
I'm crying. God damn it, Steve. I'm
All
sorry,
right.
Chief. What do you want to do?
Y'all are dying.
Arnett's like, fucking him out.
I haven't used Hunter's Mark, so I should probably do that.
On which one?
What is that? Hold on, let me read. Okay, I'm not gonna do Hunter's Mark. Just
Alright.
gonna hit him with my short sword.
Which guy are you?
What's
Yeah.
his face, Captain?
Harkin.
Harkin.
Harker.
Harker Demlin.
Harker Demlin.
Harker.
Captain later. Harker now.
Yeah, Captain later. Just
Yes.
put it out.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
The first one misses. The second one does hit.
Okay. And then I'm going, as a bonus action, I'm just going to use Cure Wounds on myself because I have 6 health.
You can't cast Cure Wounds as a bonus action. Its casting time is 1 action. So you can take your attack or you can cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
Gosh darn it. You're right.
Show shall we?
I'll just leave it then. And
All
I'll
right.
do my offhand too.
That one will miss, unfortunately.
Gosh darn it. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
That's the cutest thing ever. Gosh darn
Harker Demlin's turn.
it. Me taking the Lord's name and
Who is looks around at you.
Huh?
What?
You got out.
You're cutting out on us.
You know,
Sorry,
robot-y.
I'm sorry.
Don't
better-
leave us behind.
Is that cool?
My God,
Better.
a robot.
Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty good now.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know.
Good.
Note to self by a repeater. All right, you watch as he looks around at all of you, blood pouring from the wounds that he's suffered. He says, "I'm not going out without taking one of you with me."
Bring it
And
on.
he is going to attack Yenfear.
Fucking fuck! Okay, hold
gonna-
on.
I'm gonna murder this guy.
I'm ready.
He's dead. He's dead. I'm gonna kill
Why
him.
me? It's always me.
Because Annalise is being a loudmouth.
He's just being a loudmouth, and he's like, I don't want none of that.
Do both of those hit you?
Yes.
18 to 21. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw on both of those, please.
Make them.
So roll it twice.
Yeah, roll it twice.
Gosh darn it.
What's your total hit points?
My total hit points. Like my max is 44.
44. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Fuck.
He does negative 444. Holy butts! How dead are you?
No. This is the reason why I asked you what's your total amount of hit points. You're only dead if it exceeds the amount you currently have and then hits your maximum amount of hit points. How many hit points do you have currently?
30.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So, 26 from the first strike, leaving you with 4. 34 for the second strike, which puts you unconscious, not dead, because it didn't hit your total amount of HP, or your maximum amount of HP.
What am I at now?
You're just unconscious. You're at
You're
0.
at 0.
Yeah, you're at 0.
Why does this keep happening? I've got to get myself together or die, obviously.
What is my problem?
Why does this keep happening?
I want to thank everyone in this stream. I know we're running over, but bear with me because this is almost done with. Oh. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't get sneak attack because he's no longer.
Don't do this to me, man.
No, you're good. You don't. He doesn't get sneak attack because Liston is no longer an ally.
Mm.
And so that's the way it works. He's no longer an ally, so he doesn't get sneak attack bonus or sneak attack on you. It's just those 2 hits. But he is going to disengage as his bonus action. And wheat. He's going to get right about there. All right.
Somebody kill him.
Annalise.
Do I get to?
Annalise, it's your turn. He disengaged, which means he spends his bonus action parrying or in a position where he cannot get struck, so you don't get to take an attack of opportunity against him. But it's Annalise's turn.
Oh, I don't fucking think so. Get back here, you lily-livered son of a bitch!
Like, drop the accent and everything. That's how pissed off she is.
And she is going
You
to...
listen here, you fucking Fasanone. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill your fucking family. I'm gonna kill your fucking kids.
She is going to run...
And I'm gonna shit on your bed.
I just need to double check something again.
Sorry.
Nope, that's not what is charge not charge is not a thing in 5e.
Charge is not a thing.
Alright.
Unless you have
I would like to rage.
You're not a
Wrong
barbarian.
class, honey. Alright. She is gonna run after him though.
Okay. Racial feat for half orcs. Rage.
Man.
I mean, seems legit.
That'll hit. That will also hit.
Kind of kneecaps off.
You can do damage. You can do damage for Jesus Christ. You just needed the 8.
She really wants him.
Slash him through the back, and he stumbles down, unmoving. And as he lays there, you continue to hit him with the saw cleaver. Then pull your crossbow out and fire the bolt. The body moves only from the force of the bolt penetrating. It just.
Are you angry?
Pool of blood oozing from it. You watch as Liston kind of looks over and tells the grip, he says, William, let's not try her. She seems a bit angry. Let's surrender. And he takes his weapons and sheathes them and puts his hands up. And he says, I surrender. No need for any further bloodshed. Oh, Grip, Razor, come down here, please. He yells. You hear no right.
Sure,
You
I
see
guess.
them get up. Lucky, you see them get up and kind of dust them. He dusts himself off, looks in your direction, not at you, but goes, another time? Yeah, another time. And then he walks down the stairs.
There won't be a next time.
Because I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right.
For myself in fear of him.
And that's where we'll end tonight. Next week.
Annalise covered in blood, panting from fucking just
so dripping blood into the pool. She still has it. It just reminds me of the scene from The Untouchables where Sean Connery grabs the dead guy. And he's just like, what? Oh, you don't want to talk. He takes his gun. He says, what about now? And he's putting it in the dead guy's mouth. He goes, you going to talk now? Huh?
Oh my god.
And it pulls the trigger, and they got the tax guy inside, and he just defecates all over himself. I'll talk. Sean Connery goes, and don't let him clean himself until it's after he's told you everything. Just the best.
love it.
Connery.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate all of the new watchers, those who have been with us the whole time. We really, really do appreciate it. Thank you all. We will be back next Monday. I may be broadcasting from my secret location, which is technically right now a closet. Eventually, it will be a sound recording studio. Or I may be at Lucky Dice. I don't know how I'm feeling. We'll see. We will see. HamaCon is coming up here in Huntsville. I will be there running a game at the tabletop section. I will be running a one-shot as the Dire Bear GM. Come see me in all my kilted glory. Maddie, anything coming up for you?
In 2 weeks, I'm going to be at YetiCon in Star Guardian Aria. I am also doing a model show for a friend at the same convention. I'll be modeling some of her clothing line. So if you guys are in the area of the Blue Mountain Resort up by Collingwood in Ontario, please come check it out.
Nice. Jack, Steve, Chief.
Nothing for me.
No, I'm boring.
Just living the life, you know.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm gonna take a sweet nap after I play some of the new game Vampire or Vampire.
That's what's coming up for me.
Oh
A
yeah.
nap.
And Larry, I know you're back home this week, but if I'm not mistaken, you have a busy con schedule coming up pretty soon, don't you?
Well, yeah, there's always something, isn't there? There's a get-together in Indianapolis called Gen Con.
I think I've heard of it. It's kind of a new thing, right?
I hear they're gonna
40
have
years.
food. They're gonna have food trucks, so I'm interested. Yeah,
Mood.
it's always a good idea to feed the griffin.
I would love to be able to go one time. I'll have to plan it out. I need to go to Dragon Con, which always falls around my birthday in Atlanta,
Always
which is
blast.
only 3 hours from me. Unfortunately, I can never make it out there.
Yeah, it's a blast. Misty and I are already booked for Salt Lake City, so we won't be at Dragon Con this year.
Which one's going down in Salt Lake?
Salt Lake.
Something or other? Salt Lake Comic Con or something?
We show up on time. We talk to fans.
That's it. That's the most important thing.
It's the best thing. Thank
Well,
you all.
Thank you all for watching again. We are now only a scant. We're still only 14 followers away from our next art giveaway. So please make sure to tell everybody it doesn't cost them anything to follow us on Twitch, and you get a chance to win free art. Who doesn't like free art? Thank you all again. Until next time, roar for initiative.